Warning. This show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me laid face down. Your head by the thorn in your eye.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. Hi, I'm Andy Quad, and with me at this time is Sam Brooks.
So I was at the courthouse earlier this week, and basically I have this thing where every year I kind of have to change my name under the Witness Protection Act. So now you have to call me by a new name,
What's that?
Mr. Domino. Something funny, Carmine? You
No.
disrespecting Mr. Domino?
What's your first name, Mr. Domino?
Mister.
Mister.
So your name is Mr. Domino.
No, Mister. First name. Middle name, initial. Last name, Domino. Mr. Domino.
And it's easy because when people have to call him by, like, you know, Mr. or Mrs., they just, it's simple. Just keep calling him Mr. Domino.
Exactly. Hello.
No, I don't understand.
Just because you don't understand doesn't mean it's not his name.
Who else is here, Andy?
We have also Carmine and Tadelli.
Hi! My name's still the same, so you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
okay, good. I'm sorry, confused. And also Keelan Boulderson.
Hello, bros.
Right.
Wrong show.
You're still bros, aren't you?
Bros can still be listening to this.
Okay,
Don't discriminate.
I'm not discriminating.
Stop putting hoes before bros, goddammit.
I'm not a hoe.
That's not what I said.
No, he wants to clarify, just in case you were going to assume it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Whore-ass bitch needs to learn.
That's my phrase.
Well, you didn't do it, so I stepped in.
Stupid whore-ass bitch needs to learn.
Anyway, moving on. So, WrestleMania happened.
Right. Let's
We're
talk
going
about
to talk
that.
about it today because WrestleMania was, no big deal or anything.
Are we going
Nah,
to talk
it
about
was,
the, Are we going to talk about the Raw after too?
Might as well.
Why not?
All
What
right.
little there is to talk about it.
Yeah. So I figured, might as well just go from pre-show to the main event, right?
Why don't we all give a general overview, then go through the card?
I think the general overview should probably be saved for last, huh?
Yes, let's do that.
Once we give our individual match opinions.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, so, one of two pre-show matches. The first one was Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, Team Cat with Natalia.
That's not their name.
They defeated the New Day of Kofi Kingston.
Coasty Kingston.
Coasty
Kofi
Kingston.
Kingston.
Coaster Kingston.
Shut up! And Big E with Xavier Woods. Los Matadors with Diego and Fernando. With El Torito. And the Usos.
The Oozles.
With Jimmy
The
Uso
Easels.
And Jay Uso with Naomi.
The Heffalumps and the Woozles.
Did you just say Naomi?
Naomi.
Are
There you
you
go.
intentionally fucking up, or are you just extra stupid today?
I said Naomi.
Nice.
Naomi. There you go.
You're just tripping over
Naomi.
today, aren't you?
I can't do Americanisms, alright?
BoJack
Fuck.
Horseman.
What do you mean you can't do
Oh.
Americanisms? They're names, Andy.
BoJack Horseman.
These weird Americans with their weird names.
Anyway, the tag match! It was good.
It was chaotic.
Very
I liked it. I thought it was good.
No, yeah, I thought it was great. It was just like you couldn't keep track of the fucking match.
Even better,
I think the
Cesaro
ref-
got the pinfall.
Yay!
Yay. I think the ref lost track of the match as well because...
There was a point.
You mean Rudy
Where-
Charles, senior TNA official?
Is that true? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's the guy that came from TNA.
Oh, great! It shows.
Wait.
But there was a point where one of the Matadors was trying to pin Big E with a roll up, and the ref's like, "No, neither of you are legal. Stop." And it's just like, what? What is happening?
You're both under 18. Stop it.
But overall, it was a really good match. That double, triple suplex thing that happened. that was
it was
great.
a little
was
clunky,
sick.
but
Well, as expected from a move like that, it's not going to be
yeah,
Yeah,
smooth as butter, is it?
when three people tower on each other, it's never perfect.
And the thing is, as well, like, was it which one is which? Which one is Jimmy and which one is Jay?
one has
no.
charisma, the other one follows him.
Okay, the one that has charisma was injured, so he got taken out the match really quickly. So Naomi kind of,
Stepped in.
yeah.
That was
All I
Managers
remember from this
going
match really is the big tower suplex and Naomi's ass knocking out Natalia on the outside.
Right. Because
Hey, I remember Natalia putting the bull in the sharpshooter. That was
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that happened.
I'm so sick of the bull.
So
yeah,
am
fuck
I.
the ball. The ball can fuck off.
Can they just like come out on Raw one day and just be like, "Yo, we're done being the Matadors, back to Primo and Epico," and then kick
Nope.
the bull in the face?
Can't do that. Nope.
No,
Why not?
because it's a new day.
If they want to give somebody a Mighty Mouse gimmick, give it to the Bull.
No.
Mighty
And then
Bull.
just throw him off ladders and things.
He's already pinning their women's division. What more do you want from him?
Yeah, really.
He's already a pretty
fucking-
fucking weird bull.
It's a fucking ball that gets on my nerves.
Okay, actually it's a man in a bull outfit. But
No.
No.
Kayfabe!
WWE
Kayfabe!
have you believe?
No, it's a legitimate bull because remember that time they ripped its tail off and the vet had to sew it back on because it's a real bull?
No, I,
And
do, I
also-
don't remember
They
that.
had
Anyway,
They had an interspecies match.
Yeah.
that makes it official.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cafab.
Half-hab.
So.
Anyway, fuck a majority
yeah,
of the teams in this match, but yeah,
A
as I predicted,
majority?
half of them.
Okay,
Half of them are bad.
let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Why do people hate the New Day?
They are
Because
basically
they are
racist.
bland, they have no reason to be the New Day, and not that it bothers me, apparently they're kinda racist.
No, they're not.
They-
That's bullshit.
They are.
No, they're
They are
not. No,
fucking
they're just
racist.
blatantly not.
Yes, they are.
How?
Have you
They're
listened to the
no,
lyrics of their theme
they're
song?
not
It's like-
racist. But
No, they're not.
perhaps
The
the
gimmick is
concept
racist.
of the gimmick is racist.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like a bunch of black people shucking and fucking jiving to lyrics that go along the lines of "Look in the mirror and find someone to blame." It's not like white cops are going around killing fucking black
Okay.
people for no reason.
No,
If
okay,
we're
to be
gonna
fair,
s-
Andy, there's no link between the theme song and what's fucking happening with the police force. I'm sorry, that's just complete
Yeah, I know that,
sensationalism.
but it's like it has no. It's just like stuck in a different time
It's-
fucking
it's
era. It's
It's
just
a
like
stereotype, it's an ugly stereotype, same way
yeah,
that
and that's
crime
the
time
problem.
was.
When you have like people like Kendrick Lamar bring out like Black of the Berry and stuff like that, it's like this is not a fucking decent representation of anything.
No,
In
but it's
2015.
wrestling. It's not supposed to be a representation of a culture, Andy. Like
But
no
it's
one,
stupid!
No one is ever pointing at the primetime players saying they're racist.
No,
Why?
but
Why the New Day? Just because it's gospel music and the three dudes happen to be black? Like that's so stupid. It's not racist.
you need to look at the actual lyrics of the song.
I've
The
heard
lyrics
them.
of the
appear on
song
the
have
screen!
nothing to
The
do
lyrics
with
of the song are
anything.
nothing.
Ugh.
You're looking too deep into the lyrics, dude.
Even I'm saying that, and I agree with the fact that they are just a wicked stereotype that has no place.
It's just a
existing. Same way
cheesy,
that the Matadors are.
piece of shit that's just not fun. And the whole concept of being positive and all that—that's almost a heel gimmick because they're just
Yeah,
annoying
it's
and
why-
positive. It's like Die Rocky Die crap from '96.
Yeah, it's
So-
literally just total and utter.
I mean, if anything,
garbage.
Los Matadors are more racist because apparently all Latinos
Oh,
are
yeah!
bullfighters.
They're fucking just as bad. Like, and they have a tiny ball. Brilliant.
A tiny ball.
Fucking hell.
That's racist against bulls. What does that have to do with it?
No.
Just
it's
come to the ring with a bouncy ball. I've got a tiny ball.
Oh yeah, you say ball because you can't say the word bull properly.
ball.
If they come up with a yoga ball,
A tiny yoga
Shut
ball.
up.
they just throw
But
it at
the
their
point, my
opponents.
point is. But my other point is, New Day are full of like
Hey, kid,
free
don't-
people who are actually really talented.
So
They
then
don't
why
need
yell
to be
at them
stuck
and say
together
they
in a
suck?
fucking tag team.
Because they do suck.
Because they do suck.
As a
I
team,
just
they
don't
suck.
get it. I
They don't
get
suck,
why
but I
everyone
mean
fucking hates
that
them.
we're not cheering them, are we? We're cheering their characters because it's a show.
They're being shoehorned into an unnecessary position, let's say that.
The thing is borderline racist as well. So
It's just not. But okay.
Well, the
Anyway,
name
this is
actually,
this
I'm
is
going
another debate
to
for
agree
another
with
time,
Andy
really.
partially. The name suggests there's something going on there, like it's a response to some kind of holding down that they felt. So now it's a new day, and we're gonna succeed now.
We gotta be positive, guys.
Well, sure,
Not like-
I would believe that if they actually fucking did something. Like,
Yeah,
what have
they've
they
done
done?
nothing to-
They don't
to-
do
to-
anything.
Well, that's
I kinda
the
wish-
same with half of WWE's new characters. It's just
Either this
here
is a
they
really
are,
slow
but we
burn,
know nothing
or-
about them.
Well, that's bad. Just
I
because it
know it
happens
is.
to a lot of characters, that doesn't mean we should excuse it.
There's no like. If they were like, we're happy, but if you piss us off, I don't know, or I don't know. Even Big E did that. He even said, we're happy and positive, but you fucking get on the wrong side of us, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
That's what they
I
should
don't
be.
know.
They
That's
should
a
be
good
something.
thing.
They should be something
Why are you
other than a
complaining about
2D stereotype.
I would prefer it if it was like a nation of domination thing.
That was
That
even more
That
racist.
was even more racist. Are
I
you
know
kidding?
it is, but it's fucking not fucking.
Don't
like,
be that hypocritical, Andy. Pick a side.
Basically, you want to have it so that the New Day is heel, then it's automatically fine.
So if the
heel.
racists are heels, then it's fine.
Oh no. Like, not like gotta be positive. It's just like they're faces, but like I don't know. They're just not
The nation was not faces.
positive. Okay. Were they not faces?
No.
They were mega heels.
Oh, were they? My bad. I thought they
Wow.
were faces.
Okay. So
You could create a character based on the current culture of like what you're on about, the shootings and all that kind of thing, and you have some black people speaking out about it. But that's not
If-
really the place of WWE to do that.
Well,
And
my
also-
main issue is why can't black people just be regular athletes?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like everywhere
Yeah.
else.
Okay. There's that as well. It's
Like
just
if you look at fucking PWG, you have people like ACH and fucking Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, can't they just be good, but also black?
yeah. It's just
This is
like,
why I'm worried for Uha Nation, in all honesty, when he shows up.
Here's the thing, though. Like, three dudes being just like having fun in the ring is not a black stereotype.
They just
I'm not-
love to have fun, Maggle.
Yeah, that's all their character is. That's
And that
not
character
racist.
is stupid.
Sure, you can argue if you want to argue it's a stupid character, fine, but it's not a racist character.
It's a stereotypical character. There's
Black people? No, it's not.
They started out in a freaking choir singing like
Yeah, they were
James
in a
Brown.
they were in like a fucking
There's
gospels.
there's
fucking
elements
group.
there. It's a I'm not saying it's racist, but it's
But since their debut, they've broken off from that. That was just video packages to hype their debut.
but they just
I
suck.
just-
Like we're spending too much time on this. It's one tag
Yeah,
match.
Right,
we really
moving
are.
on.
Can we just
Speaking
move
of
on to the
things
next
suck.
thing, which is we're gonna yell about anyway, because this
Yeah.
thing
Oh,
is
God.
terrible.
So,
The
the Big Show won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal by eliminating Damien Mizdow, and I fucking fuck off, Big Show.
I was
Fuck
screaming at my fucking laptop, being like, "No! Why?"
I also lost £5
Yeah, because you bet on
Big Show.
Mizdow winning.
because it would have returned like £20. I was like, yes,
Good
I've
on you.
actually picked the right one. I'm gonna make money. No.
Nope.
The thing is,
Gotta make Big Show look strong.
no, he doesn't, and I don't give a shit if he looks like Andre the Giant. I don't give a fuck.
He looks more like
Can I give a shit?
freaking who's that other guy? Oh, what's his name?
Right.
That guy from Waterboy.
No, another wrestler, not Andre the Giant. He wasn't as giant, but they
Same guy who was in Knucklehead, is that it?
he wrestled Hogan. He wrestled Hogan in a cage one time.
Oh, King
Vader.
Kong Bundy?
yeah, he looks more like King Kong Bundy these days.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have the King Kong Bundy Memorial Battle
Like-
Royal.
when I watched this,
The KK bar.
Oh.
when I watched this thing, like my old housemate was like, but he looks like Andre, so you know. I'm like,
he
no,
doesn't.
No,
it
he
doesn't
doesn't.
matter. Who cares? Who cares if he's a giant man? Good for him.
The-
He has tall.
The argument is that it's logical for someone like Big Show to win because he's a giant. So if he does win and you make that a sort of baseline level of what this match is, then in the future when a small guy wins, you can go, oh my god,
Then
small
Big
guy
Show
wins.
should have won last year.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I would have
He
gone.
was the last to get eliminated last year, so that whole point's out the window.
So
I
let's not
would have
mention
gone
the
with
fact that
Miz,
just because he should win doesn't just because he can, it doesn't mean that he should, especially at the expense of everyone else who he eliminated.
Yeah, Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
This is a full list of people who he eliminated. He eliminated, obviously, Damien Mizdow. When they gave us hope, they made us think that Mizdow had a chance, but nope. Big Show just fucking eliminated him. He also
Big Show,
eliminated
I've got the
Ryback,
Wikipedia page.
Cesaro, Jimmy Uso, Eric Rowan, all of the New Day in
He
like 5
eliminated
seconds.
9 people!
Jack Swagger also, but no one cares about him anyway. He also eliminated Hideo Itami. Why? Why was he
Because-
eliminated like fucking 7th?
There's
Why?
your NXT representation.
This is a
Fuck
fucking
that.
mess. Big
So
Show does not need to be kept strong, especially if you turn him like. Well, how many times has he turned? Like fucking 17 million times at this point.
We're at
Like-
the point where it's like, he doesn't care if he's a face or a heel, he's just doing shit.
Right.
He has X-Pac heat.
Yeah.
Basically, same as Kane.
Do you know what it
No
is?
one-
It's probably that they pay him a shitload of money and they have to justify why they keep paying him a shitload of money.
No, it's the
Don't!
ironclad
Get rid of him!
contract from
It's like
2
what
years
Mark
ago.
Henry was for so long. Like, Mark Henry
Yeah, but-
became decent in the end, but they kept
Yeah,
him
I
around for
actually
so
like
long
Mark
because
Henry.
he was in a contract, so they had to make use of it.
Big Show is fat and fucking useless. He
Just
serves
'cause
no purpose.
he has a
does not a
contract, right?
draw. He's a fucking waste of fucking space.
Why not just have him put over younger talent? That's a good way to use his contract that he has.
No,
Like, he
just-
doesn't
But
have to
here's
be
the thing.
dominant.
Here's the
He
thing.
serves no purpose.
It's Big Show is at the same point of like Chris Jericho or Kane because beating him doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Well, you can't
want
anyway,
Je-
because
at
he's
least
always
Jericho-
fucking winning matches now.
At least Jericho puts over the talent. Like, I would say he's definitely up there with Kane. Just fucking borderline useless, stale. Doesn't matter what you do with him. Don't matter if you turn him face, turn him heel, fucking make him corporate. I don't fucking care.
Remember that time
They're
when he
just
put
both-
over Eric Rowan? That was great. Oh wait, that didn't happen because he kept fucking
They're-
losing all the time.
That's the. I think as well, Vince just like hears the booze. He's like, ha 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 ha! Well, everyone.
This means that
hates-
they care. This means that they're into
Exactly.
it. We're not into it. We're
What I
actively
don't
denying
understand
it.
is this was a pre-show to get you into WrestleMania, to get you all pumped up and excited, and fucking Big Show closes the fucking pre-show winning.
Yeah. Fucking
And then you have
most
the worst
flaccid
part.
ending
the
to the pre-show they
worst,
could have
worst
had.
part of this entire thing was JBL on the commentary being like, "He's finally achieved the dream. Another accolade in his
JBL
career." It's like, fuck off,
JBL
JBL.
all
You
night.
know nothing.
JBL can go suck a dick. Like every fucking night, he just sucks.
He
just
does.
fucking sucks. He's a fucking terrible fucking commentator. I take a piss out of him and go Michael every 5 seconds, but he is legitimately shit. Like fuck. And when Brian, we'll move on to the next match, because when Brian won the fucking Intercontinental title, he was like, yeehaw, no, oh fuck it, what's that? Oh, McDonald fucking bollocks.
Yeah, those fucking-
E-I-E-I-O.
Those old
Yeah,
McDonald's
yeah,
clips.
oh, Michael. I'm like, just shut up, you
Farm
shit.
animal has climbed a ladder. Farm animal has the Intercontinental title. E-I-E-I.
stupid-
Fuck off. Shut
Look at
up.
this
Did he
goat,
actually
he's
say
not
that?
human.
Yes.
Yes!
He
I
actually
think it-
said that.
I'm glad I didn't notice that, 'cause that's
Do you
pretty
just
much...
block out the
Cunt.
commentary now? How do you do that? I want to be able to block
You
out
want-
the commentary.
look- He's calling WrestleMania. The finish to a WrestleMania match, and he goes, E-I-E-I-O, Michael.
Fucking
Fuck
ridiculous.
off!
He's
We
the
get
worst.
it. He looks like a goat. Except does he? I don't think he
No.
does. I never thought
No,
he
he
looked like
doesn't
a
even
goat.
look
Where did
like
that
a
come
goat.
from?
Cause he had a beard and goats have beards.
Do they?
Just,
Kinda.
Oh! Okay, the most flaccid penis of a link that you can draw between those two.
oh god. Alright, I need to just quick, you know the Sting match? Fuck JBL. Again!
How did
Well,
he
hold on,
turn
hold
a
on,
decent,
hold on,
a pretty
hold on.
decent event into this rant fest? Like, let's slow down.
Yeah, hold on. Let's take it one match at a time. We'll get to JBL's commentary when we get to that match. Let's talk
Fuck
about the
yeah.
ladder match.
Which was actually
it was
very
actually,
good.
yeah, it was
It
really
was
good.
too short, though. I will say that. It did have spots with every single person who was in it, but it could have gone on for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, it
I
was like
think
a 10-minute ladder match.
13 minutes.
I think
I'm
it was
looking at
fine
it.
for what it was. I think for an opening match, fine. I don't understand people like. I think all the time that was given in all these matches were fine, to be honest. But
The matches seemed
Uh,
quick for how long the show is. It's like a weird time
that's the
warp.
thing.
Like,
And then we're gonna get to a point later where there's a non-match segment that lasted 23 fucking minutes.
so that was
Over
amazing.
half of
But-
it being dead air.
So
that
they
segment-
could have shaved some time off of that and given it to this ladder match.
well, I mean, for what it was really good. I mean,
Yeah.
I fear if you gave it even more time, it might have kind of.
But here's the thing,
Wouldn't
when
be
you
as
had
good.
a spot, I guess is what you can call it, where Stardust pulls out his fucking glittery ladder,
Okay, yeah, that's.
and it gets... No, that was cool and funny, and then it gets smashed in 3 seconds after arriving. That could have been drawn out more, and, like, you could have done more stuff.
Yeah, he could have
No,
at least
I
put it
hate
in the
that.
ring and then got beat up by Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
I hate that ladder thing.
Why?
What is?
Are you seriously picking
Fuck.
heat over a ladder?
Yep.
What
Why?
is wrong with
Yeah.
you? You're such an old
Like,
lady.
The fucking why does Stardust have a sparkly ladder?
Because he's a
Because it's
sparkly
funny.
person.
It's fucking funny, Andy. It's a
But
joke.
it wasn't even a ladder that was big that could actually fucking do anything.
It probably could have
Shit.
reached.
It would have reached. It was longer than those midget ladders.
Dumb, so dumb.
You're dumb.
I hate Stardust.
No, you know what's
Fuck.
dumb is putting those midget ladders in the match.
Oh yeah, that was.
No, it was funny when R-Truth tried to climb one. I thought that was...
Sure.
Yeah, they do kind
yeah.
of cover the whole arena in ladders. Like, the idea of a ladder match used to be there's one ladder, you gotta fight for that ladder and get to the top. Now it's like, there's ladders everywhere, ladders coming
No,
out
you
of
gotta
my
have
ass.
50 of them because it's extreme.
And they might break, because like 3 ladders broke in that match.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get
Um,
why they continually refer to those ladders as metal when they're clearly not made of metal.
They're probably made of like a thin, weak metal.
I think they're made of
They're
like,
not steel.
wood. They're made of wood, aren't they?
No.
I
Really?
don't think they're
'Cause
made of wood.
There have
I look
been
at them
wooden
and they
ladders.
kind of like splinter at the ends, don't they?
There
Yeah,
have
I'm not
been wooden
gonna
ladders
lie.
used for spots, but they're not all wood.
When
Yeah,
when
fair
Dean
enough.
Ambrose went straight through the so-called ladder, like I can see splinters. This thing is made of wood.
Sure. That
I mean,
doesn't
I'm not
take away from the
complaining,
spot,
I'm just
though.
saying why. They're clearly
Yeah.
not, but anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about that spot. What the fuck? Like, why does he not have a broken neck?
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know either.
Ooh, I got
Well, that's
scared when
why.
he went through that.
That's why he
What?
couldn't come out at the main event later.
Right, he died.
They better push this guy soon before he kills himself. Like,
Because the shit he was doing, he was just doing like random elbow drops when everyone was standing up off the
Yeah.
top of a ladder. He's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
That was
I mean,
great.
yeah.
That was one of the many spots that I enjoyed. Like literally everybody had one spot at least. Like
Yeah.
you had
Which is
Wade,
always-
you had Wade Barrett going nuts with his fucking elbow, just
And
elbowing everyone in the
superplexing
face.
Stardust off that ladder.
yeah.
Oh,
you had
God,
Luke
that
Harper and
superplex.
Dean Ambrose doing ladder spots. It was
Yeah,
I mean-
really good.
which was apparently an homage to another spot that someone else did.
Apparently,
I don't know it.
neither
But,
do I. I didn't even know that was a thing.
why? What did
everyone
they
was like
do?
marking out. Everyone was marking out. I was like, dude, it was an homage to the awesome Tanaka spot. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sure, cool, I guess, but it was a cool spot on its own. So
I know
shut
he
up.
did the old aeroplane spin thing with it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
airplane spin was
Oh
cool.
god, that was amazing.
And he did it with a mini ladder too.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a good match. Should have been a little longer, but still good. And of course, Daniel Bryan won.
Yes.
Which, yeah,
The crowd, though, they're already starting to go, Daniel Bryan. It's not the world champ. We'll give him a yes, but...
No, it's not. It's Daniel Bryan again. It's well, I mean, cool, yeah, a title's a title, but it's not the world title. Still yay. It's not wearing on Daniel Bryan. It's wearing on the title.
And it's sad that WWE have made that happen. They've
Well,
took
now this
but-
is the first step in trying to repair it, though.
No, yeah. It's gonna be a slow burn before it's totally like awesome.
I mean, they didn't do it overnight.
I look at this as the opportunity to make the IC title the World Heavyweight title. Or
Yes.
that, the
Yeah.
old, yeah.
Yeah.
The
that's-
SmackDown title, or whatever.
That's
There
what
was-
it's gonna be.
there was a point once upon a time that belt meant just as much as the world title. Like fucking the Ultimate Warrior when he won
Back
the world title.
24 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but
Back
Yeah,
in the
but
day,
people
Grandpa.
people like Triple H and The Rock held that title.
Okay, I
Why
need
have
to.
they
I
always
listen,
the first
listen,
two?
listen. This is more directed at Liam, who's not here, because he always brings that feud up when talking about the Intercontinental title. But
That match was awesome.
I just need to say that when that feud was happening, those two were not main eventers.
I know.
They were
but
mid-carders like everyone else. They were popular mid-carders, sure, but they were not main eventers. That belt never main evented when they were in that feud. Okay? Can we get that out of the way? Thank you.
Randy Savage held that belt.
Sure. Again, 27 years ago.
Well, fucking make it matter again then. And I wasn't
They're
even
trying.
alive when that was happening.
The point is they're
I was.
trying with Bryan, who's one of the most popular stars they have. So let's just let it happen.
And to be
It's
fair,
not
it
gonna
is a
happen by
two-way
next week.
street. We need to care about it just as much as they need to. We need
Right.
to cheer for them. We need to, I don't know, give a fuck about
Which,
the title
putting it on
matches.
Bryan is like automatic cheers, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Even if he is feuding with fucking Sheamus, who cares?
Oh, he looks... Oh, we'll get
We'll
to
get
that
to that later.
Okay, Randy Orton defeated Seth Rollins
What
via
a
the
match!
Good
via
match.
the most awesome RKO ever existed in the history of life.
And that's just not Andy exaggerating. That was literally, I think, the best RKO I've ever seen.
It's the best one I've ever seen.
This beats the Shooting Star Press one because the Shooting Star Press looked clunky and it didn't quite flow as well.
No, it didn't look clunky. It was just, it was so quick. It was like, whoa, what was that? But this one was like, you saw the entire fluid motion and the height that he got. It was just insane.
How it says something about Seth.
Yes.
Because Seth being that agile to Orton was on the ground, right? He's on the fucking ground and then like Seth stands on his shoulder, gets himself somehow like fucking 7 or 8 feet in the fucking air. How he did that I don't fucking know.
I'm convinced that his bones are like kind of hollow, so he's
Like a
bird.
bird.
I'm convinced that CrossFit is the answer, but like he fucking like was in the air and like Orton is just like, well, fuck this shit. Okay, out of nowhere. I'm like, oh god, I fucking came everything.
Like, as much as I wanted Seth to win that match, as soon as I saw that, I literally flew out of my seat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Seth should have won, but I think the match made up for it.
The more I think about it, you know, after I finished watching WrestleMania, I was like, no, Seth should have won. That was stupid. But
in hindsight, it doesn't
the
matter.
more I think about it, I think it's actually better that he lost. It would have been cool if he beat Randy Orton, but I think it's probably for the better in long term that he actually lost it and then went on to do cool things later, but we'll get to that later.
I would argue this was match of the night
I don't know. That's a tough one.
because
It's definitely a contender.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we are going to talk about the main event, but this match was solid from start to finish. I
Yes.
feel like the main event.
No, the
Okay.
main event was also solid from start to finish. I will argue that definitively.
Like
I felt the only problem with this match was not the match. It was that the story going into the match sort of already peaked. Like,
Yeah.
When do you think it peaked?
they kicked the fuck out of each other, and it's like, well, what's next? Oh,
Well,
we'll
this
just
was
do it
kind
again.
of a rubber match without the other two moments.
And it was
being
all the
matches.
convoluted, like, when Randy Orton returned, and they just made it overly complicated. Like, just...
What do you mean overly complicated?
It was not overly
He
complicated.
came back, and he wants to kick his ass, but no, he's going to pretend that they're friends, and he's not going to pretend they're friends, and he's going to kick their ass. It's like, just
How is
come
that
back
complicated?
and kick his
That's
ass.
pretty simple.
No,
That's
it's not.
just
It's
mind games,
stupid.
Keelan.
They
That's
added
mind
10.
games, Keelan.
They
It
added
was
10
just-
more steps and made everybody look like
It
dumbasses.
added two.
It added
two
two.
steps.
It's called psychological warfare. It's a thing in wrestling.
Yeah, but there's
And
no need
Orton
to
does
do
it a
that
lot.
because it was just silly.
I
You
mean,
have
it was
to
a
flesh
little
out the storyline.
It was see-through for sure, but it was just, you know,
It's build. You can't just
yeah.
burst your load overnight. You have to fucking sustain it until the pay-per-view.
Well, that's
And
part of my
how they did
argument
it.
because they just had a massive brawl and like it didn't even like it wasn't even as violent on the pay per view.
It
Yeah, I
wasn't a
see what
brawl,
Keelan's
though. It was a
saying.
one-sided beatdown, like how Seth had a one-sided beatdown on Orton before he went missing. And then, now it was a match to settle it.
I see what you mean. I mean, what Keelan means because Orton was like, our match is going to be like violent, and I'm going to kick his ass, and then they just have a match. It's a bit weird, but like the match itself was good, so whatever.
The match was pretty, like, not standard. I mean, it was standard, but it wasn't, like, it was a physical match. So, he kept his word.
Basically,
Well,
I don't have
well-
any problems with it.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I thought the match was amazing.
However, this next one.
Next.
Oh man, I have a feeling opinion is going to be divided here.
What match came next?
Triple H
Triple H
versus Sting.
defeated.
Fuck this fucking match. This
mm.
fucking fuck.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, let me give an overview. My overview of it. There was some fun nostalgia, and I liked that, but none of it made any sense in a storyline basis.
Exactly.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
exactly my feelings. I can appreciate why the older fans would like it because, hey, it's all these people who we haven't seen in forever. Oh, they're doing shit? Great. But, what the shit that they did? What the fuck?
Should
Made
we briefly
no
mention?
sense.
Should we briefly mention these entrances because
Oh, for
Sting's made
fuck's
no
sake.
sense.
Oh god.
Sting's
fuck.
made no sense.
Okay,
Right.
granted, but I don't understand why you have a problem with the Triple H entrance.
I don't hate
Okay.
it. Here's the thing about the Triple H entrance. It was cool. Having Schwarzenegger there was really cool.
Yeah.
It would have been cooler if it wasn't just a blatant commercial.
Why is that
No,
a problem, though?
Cause it's just like, they didn't do it just to do it. They did it for fucking money. That's it.
So? It's
I-
still cool.
Cares, they're
That
a
doesn't
company
detract
business.
My
Carmine.
problem is it lacked. There was nothing to the entrance. He wore a thing, then he took it off, then he picked up these things, and then he dropped them again. There was no.
Yeah, that too.
There was no flow to it. I was like, what is he actually doing? Just someone hands him some things and he gives them back again.
Yeah, that's there. Yeah, that too.
The thing is,
Photo op.
It's
Sting,
like, look at Terminator. I'm gonna put this down now.
right, Sting's.
What was he gonna do?
Sting's
Beat up
entrance-
Sting with them? Like, what more do you want?
Maybe.
I wish he did.
Apparently, it was no DQ.
Just throw
Right.
Terminator heads at him?
Why not?
It would have been better than the actual match, but Sting's entrance
Made no
would
sense.
have looked better at night. But they're on the West Coast.
No, it
so
just
they're
made no
fucked.
sense.
He's not Japanese. Why does he have Japanese
Yeah,
drums?
but there
Oriental
was, like,
drummers
wasn't there,
made
like-
no sense.
There's one Japanese guy that was like, I'm not fucking wearing face paint, fuck you, and decided not to wear it.
I'm pretty sure a majority of them were. Like, you could tell
I
by
just
the
don't
facial
get
structure.
it.
All but one of
Why-
them was wearing face paint.
Why couldn't they have that fucking orchestra that was in the Sting 2K15?
Yeah.
That would have been.
Why couldn't they just
cooler.
keep the damn theme that everyone knows is his
yeah,
theme?
and then the random smoke appeared, and it was like, what?
The most
Why?
underwhelming
Awkwardly-
smoke. It
He's
didn't even fit.
awkwardly.
And then the best thing was, during the Triple H Nator thing.
Sting's like, what is this shit?
Yeah, Sting is just like, is anyone else watching this? Am I high?
Well,
I know
I feel
in
like that adds to
California,
the
but-
whole thing. Like, I know Wrestling Isn't Wrestling was like a mockumentary, but it just adds to the thing of Triple H's character. Like, he
Yeah,
sees
it's his
himself as the
ego.
big fucking ass kicker, when in reality he looks stupid.
Yeah. But
I
The
thought it
match
was
was actually-
stupid cool, but, that's just because I like
more
Terminator.
stupid than cool.
I like
I mean, the-
Terminator, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
biased.
It doesn't justify some of the stupidness of it, though.
Terminator.
Yeah. The match was okay, but it wasn't like.
The match, one-on-one, the two of them, surprised me. It was
Yeah.
better than I thought it would be.
And this
Then
is the thing.
the fucking DX came out.
Oh god.
And
Why?
It's a
those
Sting-
putties from Power Rangers and DX shirts hopped up on the apron,
Why?
and then that didn't work, so he hit him in the face with a sledgehammer.
That's okay. I can understand why he did that, but then
the
the
problem-
NWO came out. Why?
Why?
And they started
Why?
supporting Sting. Why?
This whole-
Because suddenly
okay,
this match was
wait,
all about the Monday
no.
Night Wars.
We're gonna fight
No,
for a
wait,
company
no,
that's
it's
dead
not.
now. Why?
No, wait, no,
What?
no.
What?
Sting even said himself, this has got nothing to do
Right.
with WCW.
Right!
But then Steph, when she came out on the Go Home show, she was like, well, welcome to WWE. You were in WCW and you were a big fish in a small pond. Did you just not listen to what he just said, you stupid bitch?
They were
And
trying
then-
so hard to make it about the Monday Night Wars when they wrote it to not be about the
I
Monday Night
think
Wars.
they were trying to please too many people at the same time that they just crossed their wires, and it just
and please none of them.
if you've got if you're trying to cater to the original WCW fan who has followed Sting his whole career, they don't want the NWO helping Sting.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It makes zero sense.
fuck's
It was
sake!
cool to see them, but
And-
they shouldn't
Not
have been
really.
There. Yeah.
Scott
the
Hall
whole-
looked like he was about to keel
What,
over.
what they should have
Took a
done,
bump, man.
what would have
Sure, he
made
took a
more
bump, I thought he was
sense,
gonna die.
is if Ric Flair came out to help Sting, and Shawn Michaels came out to help Triple H,
Why would Ric Flair help Sting?
The black.
because they have a
WCW.
long history of working together. They had the final Nitro match together. That's more of a thing than
I fully
NWO.
expected Ric Flair. I thought he was going to come out after when Shawn fucking switched him music fucking Sting. I thought, right, Flair's coming out.
If Flair came out, I would have been like, okay, at least it's even again.
Yeah.
But you also have the double confusion of the Click, which is like
Yeah,
half of the
fuck.
NWO and half of DX.
Oh god, fuck the Click. Can I complain about the Click now? Because it's
Why?
getting, these
What's the
These-
point?
these dickheads are getting on my nerves. I don't fucking care if you are friends. I don't fucking care. Because after the Hall of Fame, they all came out and was like, yeah, we're all friends.
Didn't they do that last year, too?
Sweet.
Yep.
Shut the I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. I don't care if you're all friends and you all fucking travel on the road and shit. I don't fucking care. If your stupid political shite has meant that Kevin Nash, of all fucking people, was somehow the main headline of the Hall of Fame instead of Macho Man Randy Savage,
That is a
go
problem.
fuck yourselves, you bunch of fucking retards. And I don't care if Weller is in charge now. Fuck you, and
Who's
stop
Weller?
getting all your stupid friends' privileges. Fuck.
Why is Paul Weller in charge now?
No, I said Paul.
You
As
said
in
well.
Hunter.
Yeah, you said well.
You said
Oh.
Weller. Who's Weller?
Well,
You thought you said well, Paul is in charge, but you didn't say Paul.
Okay, whatever. It just gets on my nerves, and then the next night it's like the Click half that side, half that side, and then they shake hands.
That was the worst, that they shook hands. It made no sense.
What made it even worse, though, it's not necessarily that they shook hands. I mean, they could have gained respect during the match or whatever, and so
No.
and, like buried a hatchet that way. But a couple matches later, Triple H comes out and starts mocking Sting after he beat him.
Yes.
More to the point, that match was definitely not a match where either one could really earn respect because they didn't really do much.
Well, and they were hitting each other with weapons, so I guess.
Are we
Yeah.
not gonna talk about the world's sharpest baseball bat
That broke
splitting
the
that
sledgehammer?
sledgehammer in half?
What the
I
hell
like
was
that,
that?
though. I like that.
Not like splintery, it broke, like it split.
Look, I think we're nitpicking when
I'm
we
not
get to
going to
that bit.
analyze the physics, I just thought that was like way too symbolic. That was clearly just way too much like imagery.
I think we can
I
talk
think-
more about this though when we get to Raw, because I guess we all saw Sting's interview after Raw, did we?
I did not.
Yeah.
On the network. Well, I guess we can get to it anyway later.
I
But.
saw him drop Bo Dallas, I didn't see the interview.
I mean, and you really trying to tell me? And I know Sting is 50-something years old. I know
55.
he's old, and we could see that fucking bull patch from about 20 miles away. But
Oh, that thing looked terrible.
the point is that this guy has literally stayed away for 14 years. He literally stayed away. He even went to TNA. He even actually tried in this match because, funny enough, if you stick Sting in front of, I don't know, 70,000 fucking people, maybe he'll actually try instead of 100 unlike TNA. But the point is that you couldn't have it in you just to let this guy win. I can't believe the audacity, how pitiful it is, and just how sad that you had to have WWE go over on WCW. Like, no one cares anymore. No one. It was 14 years ago the company died. It's 20 years ago Nitro was first on the air. No one cares. No one gives a shit. And you seriously trying to fucking tell me that Weller had to beat Sting? He
Who
had
is Weller?
to beat him.
You haven't
No,
answered
dude,
this
that-
question yet. Who is Weller?
No, Weller, I'm the game. I'm cutting it down for the sake of time, right? But the thing is, he had to beat all the WCW guys. He had to beat them all because he's a twat. He had to beat them all. Why?
No, it's
This
not.
is
It's not.
Sting might as well be dead and buried now because
Because
he's
he's
ruined it.
He's
He
Weller.
killed it.
Here's the
killed
thing.
it.
Sting is not buried by this.
Okay, can we
killed
not
it.
use that word, please? I am so sick and fucking
Okay,
tired
it's
of
not
that
the
word.
right word,
No,
but
no. It's not just you. It's everybody else. I am so sick of this word being used when anyone loses a match. Being
Right.
buried does not mean that you've lost a match. Being buried means that you lose every single match you ever have, and you are kept off of TV. That's what happened to Zack Ryder. That's not what's going to happen to Sting. Can we
But the
please
mystique
not
is
use that
lost.
fucking word?
Right.
The mystique is lost. It's like,
What mystique?
oh, he must be shit. He must be shit if he can't beat a half-retired guy. He
He
must
got
be
kicked
shit.
in the face. He got blindsided, you dumbass.
Here's the
Dumb.
thing. Here's the
So
thing.
dumb.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. My complaint that Sting lost is simply because there was all this build-up, all this hype, all this stuff, and he just loses.
Yeah, that's a
And it-
problem.
And it
I
wasn't
have.
like a simple, oh, Triple H just beat him. I know there was more to it than that, but still, just why?
Exactly. Why?
It doesn't.
It wouldn't have hurt Triple H at all.
No.
Triple H has got nothing to gain from this.
You know what hurt Triple
Nothing
H?
at
Being
all.
judo flipped by Ronda Rousey.
That was funny.
Losing to Sting
That-
wouldn't have done anything.
Nah.
That would have been good. I would have preferred if he lost to Sting, and then he just like, fuck all of you, and like Rock comes out, and then Ronda comes out, and he's like, I had the worst night of my life last night. I lost
Yeah.
to Sting, and I got judo flipped by the UFC Woman Bantamweight Champion. I had the worst night of my life. Have you seen this scar on my fucking leg? By the way,
It's a
God,
bruise, not a scar,
that
but yeah.
brow, what bruise, whatever, the scar, whatever.
Yeah, how did
Ah!
that
Scar,
happen?
same thing.
Was
I
that
don't know,
you know-
but I just noticed at some point in the match he had this giant.
Yeah, I was
fucking
thinking,
bruise.
is that a muscle, like an interior muscle tear bruise? Because it was his whole back of his leg, like...
Oh,
Did it happen
you know
during
when
the match,
okay.
or was it there before he competed?
No, it was during the match.
Oh, I was going to say you could blame Stephanie.
You know when he did the he went like over the top rope sideways, but from like the corner.
Oh.
And you know how like there's an LED apron now.
Yep.
I
Oh.
guarantee if you go back,
Do you think that
my
burns?
housemate and I noticed this. He twats the LED board on the way down.
Is that a verb?
Yeah.
He
Yeah, it
hits
is.
the LED board
no,
on the
twats
way
is
down
fine.
with his leg.
Twats works.
Yeah, he twats his leg on it, and it's just like, I guarantee it's that stupid LED screen which
It's
you
not
couldn't even see for half the
stupid.
night. It is stupid. You
Isn't
can't
that
see it.
stupid?
You
Are you
couldn't even
seriously
see it half
insulting
the
a
night.
fucking piece of technology? What is wrong with
No, there was no point
Just
in it
because
being
they
there.
picked the wrong apron to flip over and he hurt himself doesn't make it stupid.
No, it's stupid because you
you? No,
couldn't
no,
even see
stupid
it half
LED
the night.
board is stupid.
Oh my
How can you
God.
argue with that logic?
No, I meant you couldn't even see it for half the night because
Therefore,
it's
it's
too light.
stupid.
Good.
No, you couldn't. Maybe I'm getting old, but that's not. Shut up.
Old man Andy's getting old. All right. Enough talking about Sting Triple H. What happened next?
Divas.
Divas.
AJ Lee. Right, I called them PJ Lee. They defeated the Bella Twins.
Everyone calls them PJ.
That's the best fucking name ever.
Yeah, they beat the
AJ.
Bellas in a match. It was a handicap match because AJ's made of fucking glass.
Yeah, this is a thing. Why the hell was AJ Lee lying there for like 5 minutes after being knocked off of the apron?
Although,
Are you
Once.
Glass Joe? What's wrong with
Oh.
you?
Yes.
has anyone seen the now famous GIF from this match?
What gift?
What?
It's basically Paige grabbing AJ Lee's ass.
Great. Wow,
Wonderful. That has
really?
nothing
I
to-
had no fucking idea what it could have been other than something sexual. Wow. Great. Brilliant.
You know
Anyway.
by now.
Anyway, the match was all right. For,
No.
I mean, it wasn't great. But
I
it
mean,
wasn't
hey,
terrible.
one thing I will say, like, everyone remembers my massive rant at the end of your awards about the Bellas.
Right.
I will say, I'm almost close to standing corrected about Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I'm beginning.
She
to
is
feel-
getting quite good on the mic and in the ring. I will say that.
Sure.
She's definitely improving. But hey,
She's
that's what happens
definitely
when you're
a-
carrying all that extra weight around.
If
in
she's
the form
not
of Brie
crying
Bella.
at the Hall of Fame because John Cena said she looked nice.
Oh, did that happen?
Did you see that on the red carpet event? Like, Cena
Yeah,
was
I
like
did.
kissing her and making it really awkward, and then he said she looked beautiful, and then she looked and she was crying. It's like, is something going on here that we've not seen?
No, there's obviously a happy
Here's the
moment
thing.
between a couple. Like, what's wrong with that?
It's just weird.
That's a little over the top of a reaction. I think.
Sentiment,
No, but it's in the
For a
middle of a
simple compliment?
TV thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, PDA is alright, but there's a line, John.
No, that's not the point. That's not the
That
point. That's not the
doesn't
point.
have anything to do with match performance.
That's
I
not
will
the point.
say.
That's not the point. She is improving. I still don't care about her, but this match was, it was a handicap match instead of a tag match, and it's like, all right, it was fine, whatever. AJ had this miraculous comeback and made Nikki tap out, so that was it.
Can we talk about the storyline for a sec? Because it just doesn't
No.
make any sense.
Because it doesn't make any sense, I don't want to talk about it.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to get into a whole feminism thing here, but having the Kardashians versus the Special Snowflake Club, how does that improve the women's division? I don't understand.
They're just stalling until they can bring up someone else or do something interesting.
Like, don't throw each other under the fucking bus, you morons. You're women. You're better than that.
No, but all women hate each other.
All women hate each other. I'm convinced. By God, I'm Booker T. Like, fuck off. Stop saying that shit. That's embarrassing.
Wait a minute. Go back
Yeah,
to saying that, actually.
Who thought Booker T on the pre-show was a good idea?
He's everywhere. He's on
I-
every fucking pre-show.
Well,
before I
tell you this
match, you can go buy my book. It's on Amazon.
This
He
is
just pulls out
this
a
is
fucking
how many
book.
pre-shows I
Why?
watch, which is none. Why is he on them?
I don't
Because
know.
he's got nothing else to do.
What else is he
so you
going to do
need
other than
someone to
commentate
sit in
Raw?
the chair that they'd already paid for.
He can't have Alex Riley.
I mean,
He wants to wrestle.
the Divas match I thought was
Rage.
good because obviously it was telling the story that AJ was going to come back and because they did that at Fastlane with Paige, didn't they?
What?
What?
They
What are you
stopped- they
talking
stopped-
about?
No. What am I thinking of?
I
Is it the
don't
Rumble?
know.
None of us know.
I don't
That's
know.
the
It
problem.
was like one match I saw in the build to WrestleMania, and the Bellas kept knocking somebody off the apron.
Was it WrestleMania?
No, it was definitely not Mania.
Well, you obviously pay more attention to it than we do, but
Okay.
overall this match was inconsequential until something happens which moves us on from the one possible feud you can have in this bloody division nowadays.
Right.
It's like, come on.
So, this was, in my opinion, the greatest moment in WrestleMania history.
It
Bigger than Andre being body
Hold on.
slammed, bigger than Rock and Hogan, bigger than Vince McMahon getting his head shaved, bigger than Cena winning the belt, bigger than anything ever.
I like how you've
in
mixed
life.
Shut up,
three-
shut up, let him finish.
I like how you
Right.
mix three completely different levels of meaning together. Like Andre getting
Ladies and
slammed,
gentlemen.
Vince getting his head shaved.
Just let him finish, I want to hear
Ronda
this.
Rousey appeared in the fucking ring, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Gotta
You should
shoehorn in the WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, dude. Like, until she got in the ring, this was the worst piece of shit segment I have ever seen at a WrestleMania. Because it was, the Authority came out, talking about how they own everyone, and fucking blah, blah, blah.
Steph was
Right.
pretty damn good though.
No, sure, fine. But then The Rock came out, took 3 minutes just to get to the ring, took 3 minutes to start talking, said nothing. Then Steph was
No,
like,
I mean, The Rock is awesome. What's wrong with you?
he did, no,
Listen
dude.
to his
Sure.
point.
Sometimes
Okay.
he's awesome, but when he says absolutely nothing and takes 10 minutes to do it, fuck that.
I thought he was great. I thought this segment was fine.
He was great when he was talking. Are we just gonna ignore the 20 minutes of dead air? Like, seriously? They're clearly just stalling for time, waiting for the sun to fucking go down, so that
Well,
Undertaker
I
and
mean-
Bray Wyatt can do their entrances.
Yeah, but you knew that was going to happen. I mean,
No,
you're on the
No,
West
shut-
Coast.
no, don't justify it, Andy. It was 10 minutes of nothing. And then Stephanie's like, get out of the ring, Dwayne, which was fine. And then he slowly gets out of the ring, slowly takes a few steps away from the ring, slowly turns around and walks over to Ronda
It's a slow
Rousey.
build to Ronda.
It didn't have to take 3 minutes.
This is time that could have easily been filled with wrestling. Why aren't you realizing this?
Yeah,
This
but
goes back to what we were saying about the ladder match. 5 minutes of his from point A to point B could have been used for the ladder match. Because there was plenty of
No.
time to spare.
No. This segment alone, put this WrestleMania on the fucking map. No one would
Oh.
care about this Mania if this
You're
fucking thing
insane.
You're a fucking
didn't
lunatic.
happen
You're
at
stupid.
this,
No.
at this, no,
Whoa,
at
whoa,
this
whoa, whoa!
point
They
in
did
time.
get shitloads of mainstream coverage because of this.
Exactly.
Yes, but you're not
Because
getting the
a
point.
UFC
you're not
fighter-
listening, Andy. My complaint is not with Rousey. My complaint is with The Rock.
But The Rock was fine here.
No, it's
No,
not
he
even.
wasn't.
Everyone, shut the fuck up, okay? I'm sick of his shit, okay? This segment took too long. That's
Yes.
the fucking problem, okay? Not The Rock, not Rousey, not anything, not the fucking over 9,000 shirt. The fact that it took too long. That dead air could have been used in other matches. That's the
Yes.
problem. Can we move on? Fuck.
But the dead air came from The Rock not saying shit.
All right,
Oh my
Like it
god.
was no one else.
fine. But this segment, besides from that, was fucking amazing.
Sure.
It's a UFC fighter in a fucking WWE ring. Best thing
Yeah,
ever.
because that's never happened before.
Well, this was an active UFC fighter.
Yeah,
this
it,
isn't-
it was a big deal.
I know,
This-
for fuck's sake.
This
What's
isn't
got
like-
you all fucking salty all of a sudden?
You!
What'd I do?
No, just everyone yelling, oh, this is a problem, this is a problem. Can we talk about something good?
Whatever.
Well, we can't because John.
I
Cena
like
beat
this
Rusev.
show. Now I don't know.
I liked it as well,
I
that's why I
liked
want to talk
it.
about something good.
Right, so.
Well, that was
Rusev-
something good, but it's somehow turned into something bad. Apparently.
Right,
No, like I
Rusev-
said, the Ronda Rousey part was fucking great.
Yeah, that whole thing was amazing, and
Not the whole thing, but sure. We'll
Okay.
move on.
the when Ronda was in the ring, it was fucking amazing, and this thing is such a big deal that people in MMA are talking about it, people in wrestling are talking about it. This is fucking huge. But speaking of things, Rusev came out in a tank, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my
It was
life.
fucking cool.
Best entrance of the
Holy
night.
shit, that was amazing. Oh my god, I want to be Russian now. Like, it's the most amazing thing.
I
You
felt more
seriously wanna be
patriotic
Russian?
about the Russian entrance than the American entrance.
It's funny how Russia is more over than, well, Cena, I guess.
Yeah,
Vladimir
you can
Putin
put as many
equals more
presidents
buys.
as you want in the opening package. Like, you can put in fucking Eisenhower and all that shit. Still not gonna cheer for Cena. Sorry.
Yeah, by the way, that was a Republican propaganda video.
Basically.
It was
Obama got
Sure.
about 2 seconds of time. The current president of the United States. But Ronald fucking Reagan...
Yeah, but
was
Reagan
the
was
worst-
there when the Cold War was ending, and he quote unquote helped end it. So
It was, yeah, there wasn't, if you listen to what was being said by all these people, sure, the representation was very one-sided, but the point was what they were saying, and it was all pro-America. It wasn't anything to do with,
I
like,
know that,
vote
but-
Republican! That wasn't what that
Didn't
was.
they, like,
But it...
take out Eisenhower's quote of something about the military-industrial complex, like, not using their power to, like, intimidate other nations and all that shit?
I don't know if they took it out, I just don't know if it
Or rather, they edited it so that it made more sense that John Cena was going to be fighting and defeating Rusev when
I
he was
mean-
all about
Was that his-
don't invade other nations, guys. Don't
was that the
use
speech
terrorism.
it was taken from?
Oh,
That's
it's-
quite funny. 'Cause that,
Yeah.
that is a famous speech.
Yeah, you know what I'm on about, yeah.
Point is, Rusev's entrance was awesome, and Cena's was lame as hell.
John Cena sucks.
I
'Cause,
love that.
I
no,
like how
Rusev-
they didn't even try to make him do anything. He just came out with his normal entrance. Like,
That's what I'm saying, like,
they're like,
Rusev
we're not even
came
going
out
to
on-
waste our money because we know he's going to get booed.
Rusev came out on a tank, there were soldiers, they shot into the crowd and killed people, there was this giant flag, Lana was in this big dress, and Rusev had this cool thing, and then Cena played this video package and came out like normal.
Cena should have come out on a fucking jet and just rolled a jet up and then been like,
Should have been dropped in by a helicopter.
Or a bald
That would
eagle.
have been amazing. Oh my god, they could have done. They were outdoors. They were
Yeah.
fucking outdoors.
A helicopter could have dropped him on the stage, and then he could have gone on as normal.
No, the Shield have already done that, guys. You can't do it again.
oh, they should have
Not on
done.
the stage.
They should have done what they did. Oh, what was it in this country? I don't know what it was, but James Bond, like a rock. Was it the Queen or someone? Oh, I fucked that up.
Yeah. I remember. It was the Queen who did skydiving.
Yeah, he should have skydived, but like in a really fake way.
That famous American Patriot Act skydiving.
But like,
drop
Cena's
in like
entrance was
fucking
just lame by
Solid Snake.
comparison.
Yeah.
The match
Was pretty good.
was
Aside from the ending was bollocks, but
No,
the
here's
match
the thing.
itself was fine.
Cena was sloppier in this match than usual.
But Rusev was good.
Yeah.
You could
Rusev.
hear him calling spots from the stands.
Well, when you're fighting a Bulgarian, you gotta make sure he understands what you're saying, right?
Louder isn't better.
Gotta talk louder and slower and use hand gestures. Right?
Yeah, John Cena was basically a tourist on holiday.
Yeah.
Right.
Was this Rusev's first loss, or have I just missed
Yes.
Yeah. It was the first time he got
Oh,
pinned.
anything? That's anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
The only-
fucking attitude adjustment and that's it. You're literally putting a person onto their back. It's not a deadly move. For fuck's sake, guys.
He's kicked out of one before.
Just
he
because
kicked out of one at
just 'cause he
Fastlane.
knocked his girlfriend off the apron, that doesn't mean he's automatically lost like 50% of his fucking body weight. It's like, come
God.
on.
Rusev, I haven't really seen a proper Rusev match because he's
Watch the one at
basically been in-
Fastlane.
He,
The one
yeah,
at
besides
Fastlane
from
was better.
Fastlane, he's basically been in squash matches this whole time. So, except for Fastlane.
Well,
But
No, watch his match with Swagger at Battleground. That was a good
Yeah.
one, and Fastlane was a good one.
yeah.
okay, because I didn't have the network at that time, Michael.
But the one thing I'll give Cena credit for in this match was the fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen: a springboard stunner.
Yeah, that
yeah,
was really
holy
good.
shit, that's what I was gonna say. Oh my god, what?
I didn't mark out when I saw it, but I was like,
I
"What
did.
the was that?"
I was more like, did he just bot something and saved it at the last minute by doing a stunner?
Well, either way, it was cool, right?
I was like, "Was that a fucking springboard stunner?" And then they replayed it. And I'm like, "Oh my god! Props for surprising me."
I think the main thing is that it's something different from his 5 moves, which is why we're so happy about it. Like,
Yeah.
if anyone else did that, it would be like, oh, okay, fine.
That
But
was
no,
weird.
Cena did it, yay.
John Cena did a springboard move. Also, John Cena did a move that's better and looks more impressive and is cooler than his actual finishing move.
Yeah.
I'm like, that should be your new move, John. What the fuck have you been doing that your whole life? People would have liked you.
No, because you gotta throw someone onto their back and cripple them forever.
So-
To be fair, a springboard stunner is probably murder on the spine if you did that every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Landing on your
But-
ass.
Yeah, that's why Hogan's spine is disintegrated. But overall, this match was nothing great. The Fastlane match was better.
I don't know,
No.
I think both finishes to the matches weren't that great.
No, the finish to the Fastlane match wasn't anything amazing either, but the overall match was better.
It just betrayed Rusev's character, I think.
It just annoys me how it was on the website and they had a promo done by Rusev where he's like lifting up barrels and shit and he's picking up these sandbags and he keeps throwing them down. He's like, this was Jack Swagger, this was fucking whoever the fuck
Big E.
he's feuding with. Exactly, and,
Zack
and he's like,
Ryder,
this is
whoever.
Cena, and he just throws it down. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
I like how they
And
made
instead-
him look like he was poor. Like, I can only afford sandbags.
I
Like,
don't-
shouldn't he be all wired up to, like, machines running on a treadmill like Rocky or something?
Like the fucking
Not-
$6 million man or something.
Yes, I mean he had the jacket.
I
Yeah.
mean, if he's got the whole of Russia behind him, like, they should be funding that shit.
Yeah, just funding this fucking
Instead
wrestler.
of picking up sandbags.
Oh man, but
Sandbags
I
are pretty good training things, to be fair. Have you never seen Daredevil? It's fucking great.
mean, Lana throwing her shoe into the ring was just weird.
Yeah,
why?
what was that?
I think she was meant to hit Cena and she missed, and the ref was just like, "What the fuck was that? Move on." It was just
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, that's
I
a
didn't quite
botch.
get that bit.
Yeah,
I think something was supposed to happen when she threw it. Either that or something was supposed to happen, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, what's the spot? I don't know." Fuck this.
Rusev was supposed to
But-
put it on his head when he was in the Accolade.
That would have been great.
Like those
Put it in his
fucking
mouth.
shows.
Just be like, blah, blah, blah.
but
Getting weird
it
now.
was, it was just You know,
Fetish.
whatever. Rusev lost, Cena wins.
Now,
ba-ba-da-ba.
Rusev isn't going to be dead forever. Let's specify this now. He's going to be fine.
I don't know about fine. He'll
Yeah, I don't
probably
know
be
about
like
fine.
in some stupidly weird position for a few months.
I think
Yeah, he's going to be in a
Bray
weird
Wyatt.
limbo for a while, but eventually he's not going to
I think-
disappear off TV.
They're probably going to have a rematch.
Yeah, probably.
No, they are. It's been
I-
booked. Extreme Rules is
Oh.
going to happen.
Okay.
When did that get booked?
SmackDown.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Spoilers.
I guess this is the same mentality as Bryan, in that Cena's now going to elevate the US title.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
probably
good
all
thing
it was.
as long as he does it.
Here's the thing, though. People don't give a shit about Cena, so it's not going to work too well. It's not going to work as well as Bryan is.
Well, we don't give a shit about the Cena who doesn't put over people. That's the problem. We'll get to that when we talk about Raw, but if he's not going to put over people, what's the point? A dominant champion with the US title is something we've already seen since Rusev won. Give
Yeah.
it a change. Maybe, I don't know, not lose every single non-title match like a certain former Intercontinental champion.
Oh god, that is the worst booking mentality. WWE does it every time. I'm the
Exactly.
champion. I lose. I put the belt on the line. I win.
Win.
That's
Yeah,
that's what's
don't
gonna
do that.
that's what's gonna mean the difference for Bryan to elevate the Intercontinental title. He has to win his non-title matches, because that's what's the problem every Intercontinental title reign.
This
Every
isn't
champion
fucking
loses their
rocket
non-title
science,
matches.
though. That's the thing. This isn't complicated. Like, just
It's
do it, man.
It's just lazy. It's just
They
fucking
just get
lazy.
worried that they feel like they have to make everyone strong, so everyone looks shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't have everyone looking strong when they're beating up everyone else who's meant to look strong. Like,
Here's the thing. If you want a number one contender for the Intercontinental title, don't have him pin Bryan. Have him win a number one contenders match.
with someone other than Bryan.
Yeah. Or
It's
don't,
not
don't
that
let them
hard.
fight until the match where the title's on the line on the pay-per-view.
Oh, wow! It's like such a fucking revelation.
Well, that kind of happened with this next match because
Oh,
The
God.
Undertaker is now 22-1 at WrestleMania because he defeated Bray Wyatt.
I'm so done.
Now, there's a lot of things we can all say about this match, so I think we should just go around one by one and then just state what the good things are, what the bad things are, so we don't all just talk over each other like, no, you're wrong, no, you're shit. So, Keelan, go.
I liked the match itself. There was a lot of fun spots like Wyatt doing the crab walk thing and Undertaker sitting up at the same time and you'd be like, oh, look at them, they're both crazy, scary people. I see why they let Undertaker win, because he's obviously not done, so he'll be back next year against somebody else. But, and you can't have him lose 2 WrestleManias in a row, I don't think, if he's going to stick around longer. But what's Wyatt doing?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that everything you had to say about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Undertaker looked a hell of a lot better than he did last year, because he
Oh, God,
wasn't
yeah.
concussed. So,
To be fair, that's true, yes. Andy, go.
I watched this with my housemate, and because of last year, he obviously suffered that concussion. Every time The Undertaker took a bump that looked particularly ferocious, I guess, we nearly shit ourselves because we're like, oh god, he's concussed again. Like, oh god, he's fucked. But I can see, like Keelan, I can see why The Undertaker won. I can see why they've done that, because if they want The Undertaker to remain strong heading into next year's Mania, because they are in Texas, and that is Taker's technically, I know he's from parts unknown, or Death Valley, or wherever the fuck he's from, but when he was originally born, and not, buried alive,
Death Valley is a
he
real
was-
place, but yeah.
yeah, okay, he was born in Texas, right? So they're at the Cowboy Stadium next year. They want to keep him strong going into the next year's Mania. I can see why, and if they have a match with Sting, great. And they probably could fill 100,000 people in that stadium on that alone. But Wyatt is fucked. I said he was fucked last year. He is severely fucked. Totally bollocks. He's done. He's completely done. And I tell you why. losing the Cena was bad enough. Then he's done basically nothing really. I mean, he had the feud with Ambrose, but the thing at Extreme Rules last year was dumb with the kid. He got well, dumb. Then the Lantern thing, Hell in a Cell, dumb. Derp, dumb. Then the Wyatt family go away, dumb. This, he's finished. I mean, and he has promos that are kind of okay, but they just ramble and they don't do anything. A bit like me now, but Bray Wyatt is finished. And I don't know why they put Bray Wyatt with The Undertaker. Because if Sting was going to lose anyway, and if Undertaker was going to win, why the fuck didn't you just put him now in a match? Why? Wyatt's fucked now because of this.
Are you
I
done?
think
Wyatt could have feuded with anyone else.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, my turn. Okay, he's not fucked. To start off, he's not fucked forever. You're completely wrong, because losing to The Undertaker is a completely different ballgame than losing to John Cena. Think about it. The people that Undertaker has beat in the past, they haven't been fucked forever because of that loss. And sure, you have the cumulative effect of him losing to Cena and floundering with kind of mediocre rivalries, but he's young. He's 27. He's younger than people like Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. He will be fine. He has time to improve, and this is probably me being too much of an optimist, but he will improve eventually. Now, I was adamant going into this match that Wyatt should have won because he had everything to gain from it, and Taker had nothing to win from it. But I understand how you want him to go into WrestleMania next year, which will probably be against Sting, looking strong. That's fine. You can't have him being 21-2 because then Brock Lesnar wouldn't be a special attraction anymore, and CM Punk would be the 1-21 and whatever. Whatever, that's fine. But the match was good. It was believable that Wyatt lost, and more importantly, I think that Bray Wyatt was the star of this feud. He did all of the work. He did all of the good promos, which are some of the best that he's ever delivered, and he did a really great showing in the ring. He will be fine. There's nothing to worry about, but Undertaker shouldn't have won this. He looked fine, he could have put on a decent showing, but Wyatt needed the rub more than Taker needed the rub going into a retirement match. And that's it from me. Carmine?
Carmine.
I liked the Scarecrows.
I did.
I didn't
Why
understand.
didn't you like the Scarecrows?
I didn't
Well,
understand
both
why the
both-
Scarecrows were there. Why?
Yeah.
They were just
Why-
cool looking. Like,
Well, yeah, they were
If they
cool
were
looking,
zombies
but
or something.
yeah, if they were like,
if you're gonna use this fucking logic on Terminator entrance, you cannot say that you just don't get it.
what do you mean Triple H isn't a Terminator? You lie to me?
But the thing is, both
Gonna go
these
back in
entrances-
time and kill Sting's mother? What?
The problem is, this is kind of the problem with the whole event, is a lot of the entrances that happened didn't look as good because it wasn't nighttime.
Both Undertaker and Bray Wyatt would have benefited from entrances in the dark. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
But the Scarecrows are still cool. I liked it.
it was
I thought
okay.
it was
there was
cool,
something else
but,
that I wanted to say, and
you
it's
know.
gone. It's completely gone. It was about the match. It was actually a good point, and I completely forgot.
The point that he's not fucked forever?
No, he is.
No, he's not, though. That's the thing, he really isn't.
Taker looked good, and Taker had a really good match. And Bray doing like I know Keelan's just said it, but it was like one of the fucking funniest things in the world, where Bray does like the backwards crab thing, and Taker just sits up and goes, "Fuck your shit," and he goes, "Oh, no, leave me alone." That was amazing.
Stop it, no.
Stop
my
it.
favorite part of that spot was actually when Bray kind of rolled over and was actually on his knee, and then Undertaker was starting to get up, and they looked like they were just mirroring each other. Like, it was a little more symbolic of a spot than just like,
Ew.
oh, they're both doing creepy things.
I would have loved it if Bray did the crab thing, and Taker was like, "Fuck this, Tombstone!" Like he just picks him up.
I would have
And then
preferred
what's-
actually. I know the way they did it, and I get why they did it the way they did. I would have preferred if Undertaker sat up first, and then Bray popped up, and Undertaker's like, "Oh shit, you're weirder than I thought." Not scared, but just like, "Oh, I get it now," kind of. There was no like benefit. There was no moment where Bray got any kind of respect from the Undertaker or anything.
Well, that's
and I was
something that I
waiting
wanted
for
to bring
Raw
up.
for something like that, and then that didn't happen either. So
Yeah,
that's my
there was a
main
lot on
problem.
Raw that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Probably
we'll get to that
should.
when we get to that.
That's
but-
one of the things I wanted to bring up, actually. Like, this probably meant nothing and was probably just, I don't know, over-analysis on my part, but when Taker was making his entrance into the ring and you had that, like, close-up on his face and Wyatt's face before he took off the hat, you can kind of see something going on between them. Like some kind of, I don't know, "Hey kid, you're here. Welcome to the big time. Gonna put on a good show now? Great. Gonna take my hat off now. Oh look, I have hair. Yay."
But the thing is, Bray was injured.
He was.
Oh,
That's
there was-
another
there was
problem.
couldn't even tell. You couldn't even tell that.
No, and that's a testament to Bray.
Yeah.
He had a fucked up ankle in this entire match, so that's actually a testament to him. But they didn't play like because they were running out of time, which I'm sorry, whatever. They didn't play the promo video for this match. They just went
No.
straight to it.
Which again, I'm gonna go back to that dead air segment. Really could have shaved some time off of it. And
I
given this its
think they
promo.
should have cut the fucking concert out completely.
That too, the concert.
I
Oh,
know
we forgot
it's
about the
WrestleMania.
concert.
Oh, we
Oh
forgot.
yeah,
about the
some
concert.
woman in her pajamas, like
Yeah.
Right,
The
I
part that I
know
actually
it's
skipped
WrestleMania.
over.
Yeah, I fast forwarded through that.
Yeah,
I
same.
did as well because I was an hour behind.
I think
But
everyone did.
the thing is, I know it's WrestleMania and we come to expect this, and I'd rather this being a piss break than the Divas match, but it's like, why don't you have that at the start of the pay-per-view? Because
To get
you could
everyone
have,
riled
like-
up. You could totally do
Yeah,
that.
I
You
think
could
though
totally do
really it's an excuse for the people in the crowd to go get a beer. They need like some kind of break.
Yeah, true. And you
But
can't have
I don't
intermissions in a
know.
wrestling show. It's not like the theater.
Now, Skylar Grey is being buried. That's the proper use of that.
yeah, I
The
believe
rising
that...
superstar Skylar Grey.
Yeah, but they could have had that at the start and then had the pyro go off, and then they'd be like, "Welcome
You're
to
obsessed with the
WrestleMania."
fucking
they
WrestleMania.
they
pyro.
could have done anything.
There was no
and be-
pyro, damn it!
Oh yeah, you need to give Pyro in his entrance on Suplah Brawl.
Oh right.
He needs
Yeah,
Pyro.
I need pyro,
That's a plug, by the
Fine.
way. Check out Suplah Brawl on the YouTube channel. It's great.
and there is no reason why you should, except for
Me.
nothing. Just watch it,
Yeah.
please, because
I'll make one last point about Wyatt Undertaker. I feel like a lot of these new guys have come along when there's still a lot of guys in the previous generation that for some reason they've not been prepared to make them move on. So you have this strange overlap where the new guys are hot and they're ready to like take the limelight, but they can't yet. And it kind of numbs what they could be. Like you look back to the Attitude Era and there was no one stopping anybody.
Right.
They just Rock just
yeah, but
got there.
yeah, but
Like,
the people
Yeah.
that were stopping them had already fucked off to WCW.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what the whole new generation thing was.
And to
Yeah,
really drive
like
this point
Hogan-
home, like, other than the Sting and Triple H match, every single match on this card had someone from NXT in it.
Yes.
You had,
Holy shit,
you
yeah.
had Luke Harper in the ladder match, you had Seth Rollins, you had Paige, you had Rusev, you had Wyatt, and then you had Reigns in the main event. The younger generation is there. They just need the
But they're
rub,
being-
now more than ever.
Yeah.
And I guess that the only thing I can say about this match was Taker was at least able to do one or two of his spots, which I was never going to expect him to jump over the fucking thing like he does every year, because I actually like it when he doesn't do that every year.
I didn't even realize he didn't do that spot.
See
Oh,
what I
wow.
mean?
He totally didn't. I know he did Old School, because
And
I like that spot, but...
Yeah, you don't
I
need
don't
to
like that
jump over
spot.
it.
That's so stupid.
It's a dumb move, really, but it's cool to watch.
Am
him
I
do it.
am I
You
being
don't-
persecuted for liking dumb things now? What's going on?
No. It's no. It's
You're
like,
not
I
allowed to
that-
like Terminator. You're not allowed to like Old School.
I didn't
Why?
say you're not allowed to like Terminator. No, it's a cool spot because watching this old guy walk on the ropes is with this supreme balance. But when you think about the move, it's super stupid.
It's wrestling.
Oh yeah, shit, we never talked about the opening bit with LL Cool J.
Oh yeah, what the
Do we need
fuck?
to?
Social
LL
media,
Cool J-
guys. We're all
Is
on the
LL
internet
Cool
now.
J actually relevant anymore? Is it
No.
1990 fucking 3 or something.
Isn't he an actor now in like NCIS or something?
When I heard he was going to be on the show, I thought he was going to, like, sing Mama's Gonna Knock You Out or something. I don't fucking know. I was like, yeah, perfect, do that. Not, hi, I'm LL Cool J. You might recognize me from things such as rap music and other things. I want to talk to you about...
he cut, like, some promo about how, like, oh, it's the age of, like, technology and
We're
things.
all connected, just like WrestleMania. What?
But
I mean,
I'm
it was
irrelevant.
It was when I first saw it, it was a cool opening thing. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, these men and women are gonna fight tonight. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then the more I think about it, it's like, why did you have to get this guy to do it?
Yeah.
Why did you just not get, I don't know, someone else?
He's
like,
not even relevant to wrestling. Like, he does
He's
rap
not even
music
relevant to
and he's in a
anything.
TV show now. Like, what else has he done? Nothing.
I would have thought you would have got anyone else in, like the TNA guy, anyone, for fuck's
Oh,
sake.
will you
Like,
shut up about the TNA guy? I swear
the
to God.
icon Stang!
Moving on. I think
So-
the last match is the main event, right?
Yep.
Yep, Brock Lesnar went one-on-one with Roman Reigns.
Can I talk about this fucking crowd?
Well,
Yes! I
alright,
told
go.
you all! I fucking told you all they would boo the shit out of him, and you thought I was insane. Fuck
No,
you.
I didn't say you were insane for saying they'd boo the shit out of him. I said you were insane for booing the shit out of him. Why are they booing the shit out of him?
He's shit, and they don't want him there.
He's not!
He's
not.
not.
I can't wait to
I
have this
think-
argument
I
for the
think
500th time.
the
This is going to be
story-
great.
The story of
Crowbar
the
is
match,
this shit.
he incorporated the booing amazingly. He's owned the hatred, and
Yes.
he told the story in the match with his laughing when he's getting his ass kicked and stuff. That
Yes.
was amazing.
That was
Yes.
great.
I liked that bit. I liked it when he was laughing. He was like, ha ha ha, is that the best you
And
got?
I think
you
Keelan would
stupid
actually
meathead?"
appreciate this reference, but did that make you think of Tommy Dreamer in ECW?
Yes. Yes, it
Oh,
did.
with
That
the
was-
whole, like, getting caned and, like, give
Thank
me
you,
another
sir.
one.
May I have another? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how Dreamer won over the ECW crowds, and if they keep doing this with Reigns, beating the shit out of him and having him take it, eventually, people will like Reigns.
But
It's
the
that
problem
simple.
is, I think it would have taken, like, hours for people to fucking really care.
No, because by the end of that, they were starting to be like, oh shit, this is kind of cool.
But that's because
You
Brock...
could hear it. You could hear it.
Because he's
They were
not
changing.
Superman, it's fine, although he did kick out of like 4 or
Yeah,
5,
I
which is
think
a
if they,
problem.
I think if they went the whole way and let him win, it would have been. I don't think he would have been booed out of the building.
No, there would have
Right.
been boos, but he wouldn't have been like 100% booed. Maybe about
Right,
80%.
right.
I mean,
But here's the
only-
thing about that match, because Brooks just said him kicking out of 3F5s is a problem. Maybe, but it's not like he kicked out of 3F5s, speared Lesnar once, and won. They both didn't go down.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I mean, like, how it was like 3 Superman punches.
And 2
Lesnar
spears, and Lesnar still kicked
Still
out.
wouldn't stay. That
Oh
was
my
amazing.
god, Lesnar selling them Superman punches was amazing.
Yeah, that
Where
was
he was
really
just
good.
wobbling
Reigns
into the
is
ropes and shit.
I was
The
like,
look of
oh my god,
absolute
like,
terror on Reigns' face when he didn't go down from the first Superman punch was amazing.
incredible.
Not to
And-
mention, Fev,
and you know
was he
what?
busted open at this point, or was that after the punches?
That was the
He was-
Superman
he was-
punches
no,
were
he was
after he was
busted
busted.
Yeah, he was
He-
busted
he-
open.
He was
Holy
busted
shit.
open in like the first minute when they were just sort of like brawling around.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
then
understand
he
why
got
people
went into
keep
the ring
assuming.
post, and he like
Why do
bleed
people
everywhere.
keep assuming he bladed? Because
I don't-
Because he bled.
What cut him.
He bled a second time when he hit the ring post.
Yeah,
Like he
I
had a
don't-
bit of a gash on his cheek. Then when he hit the ring post, it was kind of pouring.
Yeah, I don't
No,
get
it
how
wasn't-
hitting a
it
ring
wasn't what
post
was on
would
his
create
cheek,
a
though,
cut
that
in your
was-
forehead. I don't understand how that works. But I'm not a doctor,
No,
but how would
no,
that
because
work?
it's clear what cut him. You know those like metal things that attach the turnbuckle to the ring post? He hit that.
Did he hit
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, when you look back at it, there's like a
He's
weird...
done that before. Maybe that's just what Lesnar does, so he gets around blading.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is, there was this little piece that was sticking out of the corner, and I think he hit his head on that, and it just sliced him
The
open.
ref definitely gave Roman Reigns something.
I don't know what he gave him, but look,
Unless they were just shaking hands, like, yeah, how you doing, buddy?
if he bladed,
How you
if
holding
he
up,
didn't
champ?
blade, who cares, right?
Yeah, the point. It doesn't
The-
matter.
Still blood is
best-
cool.
Yeah, that's the only decent thing about the PG era that we're in now, is that when you see blood, you're like, holy shit.
If it
They're going all
bleeds, we
out.
can kill it.
Yeah, Lesnar always bleeds. It lets you know that they're actually roughing each other up a little bit.
Yeah.
They're beating the shit out of each other, for fuck's sake. The blood's all over his face. He gets Superman punched about 3
And he's
times.
still up.
It's fucking... It's
That
incredible.
match
This
was-
is amazing.
That match was great.
And neither
And
of
then
them
it got
won.
even... And then that match got even better.
Yes. Because that match turned into a triple threat match because for the first time ever in the history of Money in the Bank, in the history of WrestleMania, somebody actually cashed in at WrestleMania. And obviously...
During a match!
Exactly.
I have something to
And-
ask you guys quickly. Has that ever happened before where
Nope.
it's been made a triple threat match?
No.
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 Okay, cool.
It's always been one-on-one matches. Never a triple threat. So he's done
And
two
it's
firsts
never
in
happened
one
at-
night.
And it's never happened at WrestleMania.
Right. So Seth Rollins cashed in, made it a triple threat, and it still wasn't easy. Like,
I mean,
he shoves Reigns out of the ring, curb stomps Lesnar, knows that's not going to be enough, so he goes for another one, gets caught in an F5. Lesnar gets speared out of the F5. In panic, Rollins curb stomps Reigns and pins Reigns. Lesnar never lost.
Best way to end the match. You had Reigns looking strong throughout the whole thing. Pardon that phrase. Lesnar still has his mystique because he never got pinned. And you have Rollins being the new champion. Hey, howdy, hey, one of my predictions came true. Yay.
And what was even better, like not even part of the scripted match, is if you listen closely, you can hear Rollins saying thank you to Reigns as he's pinning him.
Yeah, he's like, on the 2 count, you can hear him say, thank you so much.
really?
Yeah.
Now that can either be like a genuine thing, like, hey, buddy, thanks for giving me the rub, or, hey, jackass, thanks for letting me pin you.
No, it was pretty genuine.
Eh,
But
it can be
I
played
can go
off
back
as a
and
smart
listen to
thing,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't hear that.
if people hear it, they can play it off in character, but it was genuine.
Yeah,
But
that was nice.
it
And then he
it
swang the
was-
belt over his head like a maniac.
Oh, it's amazing! That's the best. That's the second best gif out this whole night. He just like swing the fucking belt around his head,
What was the first best?
Oh, so
and the
good.
crowd go mental. They're like, yeah.
It was a way to make the crowd happy because for some reason they weren't happy with Reigns.
They just need, like, I'm waiting for the party that they throw with J&J security and just, like, fucking rub it in everyone's face.
I'm surprised they didn't do that on Raw, but yeah.
Yeah, they always have those
Yeah.
fucking weird championship coronation celebrations. It would have been a great
Well, it's
time.
kind of hard. It's kind of hard to throw a party when a monster's chasing you.
Well, yeah, but then he F5s everyone and gets suspended indefinitely.
Oh
So
god.
let's just move on to Raw.
Oh, god damn it. This Raw is probably the
Wait, we're
weakest
supposed to give an
post-WrestleMania
overview.
Raw I've ever
Wait.
seen.
Wait, we're supposed
What?
to give an overview of WrestleMania.
Pretty
It was
good,
okay.
8 out of 10.
But
I'd
Dave
say
Meltzer,
7.
Dave Meltzer said this is one of the greatest WrestleManias he's ever seen.
No.
No.
Of all time.
30 was better.
I
Yeah.
It was
think
on par
it's...
with 30.
Mm,
On
No, I
par.
don't think it
On
was.
par.
No way. No way.
I went in with low expectations and they exceeded my expectations, so...
But that's
Because
kind
I
of
was
the
so
problem.
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, maybe
And because
that's
there
it.
were moments like... The Ronda Rousey moment to me was one of the first moments in a long time where I was legitimately just smiling at the telly going, this is great!
And the thing is, with last year, I remember coming out of that thinking this is just as good, if not on par with 17, because, like, you had. I'm looking at the fucking DVD. Like, this is the only WrestleMania I bought on fucking DVD, for God's sake, right? So they had the Shield going over. It had Cesaro winning the Battle Royal. It had the end of the streak. It had Bryan beating Triple H and Orton and Batista in the same night. 30 was better.
This was alright.
This
Like, I say alright
Yeah.
because, like Keelan said, he went in with low expectations and they exceeded it. I went in with slightly above average expectations, and they met average for my expectations.
it's almost as if if this had a really good build, this event wouldn't ever have lived up to it. I think this event is
Benefiting from bad build?
essentially, yeah, because
I agree.
people went into this thinking this is going to be terrible, it's going to be average at best, and then everyone was like, oh my god, this is so good.
That's how
If
you do
the
it. You make
build-
everyone feel terrible going into it.
For months.
And then the event is okay, and they're like, this is the
Yeah.
greatest thing I've ever seen.
Insane, exactly. They've got this thing down, right?
Vince is a
Because
genius.
Right? But that's what I mean. I believe that if the build was actually any good, this might not have been as good. Dave Meltzer wouldn't be like fapping, going, "This is one of the best things I've ever seen." Like, no, Dave, it's not. Stop it.
Yeah, this WrestleMania had its problems and some major problems.
Last year's Mania had none of this Big Show winning shit or Triple H winning shit. Like, I'm looking at the card now, and besides from Cena beating Wyatt, that's the only thing that was wrong with last year's.
But even that match, I couldn't complain about. Like, WrestleMania 30 was really fucking good.
Okay,
I think
fine.
from a business standpoint, this year they managed to create more of a buzz, which translated into the rating the following night.
Yes, because they had this whole, like, Lesnar signing and all this shit. And
Also,
they had that moment with Rousey. It was a more mainstream WrestleMania for sure.
Can we never do outdoor arenas again?
I hate them.
I hate them. Right. When
I'm
they
the
did
only one who
24
actually didn't mind that. I thought it was a nice change. Look, sunlight, natural light. Whoa.
I hate it. I hate it.
The thing I'll say positively about that stadium is it looked like the biggest WrestleMania ever. It looked humongous.
MetLife looked bigger.
No.
I thought
It
it looked
just
fine.
looked-
I mean, sure, darkness would have benefited certain aspects. I'll give you that, but
It's not even the darkness that I'm complaining about. It's the fact that the sound has nowhere to go. That's always a problem with outdoor
You don't get
arenas.
you don't get the "oh my god, did you hear that pop?" Because no, you didn't really hear it.
The only pop
I heard
really
pops,
heard.
man.
Yeah, there were pops you could hear, but the only ones I could really hear were Bryan, Ambrose, Lesnar.
Oh, speaking of sound, we'll get to that on Raw.
Oh,
So
Fuck
let's
you,
move
Kevin
on.
Dunn!
Let's move on to what I think is the weakest post-Raw WrestleMania Raw I've ever seen.
Remind me how it. The beginning that was sweet.
Yes.
The first
Weird.
hour was fine. Second hour,
Lesnar
yeah.
like, I fucking want my title.
Third hour, boo. Fuck this third hour.
I never split it up like that. I don't remember what exactly happened in the third hour, but
that's a problem.
the opening with Lesnar and Heyman talking about we're gonna murder Seth Rollins and take back what's ours. That was great.
Amazing.
And then we should just skip to the segment where Rollins came out to have his rematch and then said, you know what, I'm feeling a little jet lagged, my foot hurts from curb stomping you, I'ma go. Peace. And Lesnar killed everyone.
Including the announce team, which I've wanted to happen for about a year now, so I'm happy.
Oh.
He literally F5'd Michael Cole out of his shoes.
It was amazing.
Moment of silence.
I
for
didn't
Michael
even
Cole.
realise that was Cole until afterwards.
You just thought he would F5 some random dude?
Yeah, like it didn't even look like Cole.
The
In
thing
my
is,
mind, anyway.
As much as I complain about Michael Cole and just generally his commentating style and shit,
Oh, now he's going to defend Michael Cole.
Because he got F5'd.
he took a fucking brilliant F5. Holy shit.
Sure.
If there's one
yes.
good thing about Michael Cole is that he can get beat up really good.
And even Barry's cousin, Larry, the cameraman, got an F5.
Twice! That was
Really?
the best part. That was the best part. Stephanie comes out and she's like, Brock, put him down. Just put him down. Okay. And
Brock,
he F5'd
put him
Yeah,
down.
that was the best.
Put him
Technically,
down, Brock. Brock,
Yeah.
put him down.
no, technically.
Put him down? What? Like a dog? Okay.
Why is Brock suspended? He did put him down. He just happened to be an F5.
He
did!
did what you said.
You did? Why,
No,
you
my
stupid
favorite-
bitch?
My favorite part is how all it took was Lesnar flipping a table and JBL and Booker T were out cold.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you
I wanted
hear?
him
Did
to
you hear
F5
what happened with
JBL.
that table?
F5 JBL, damn it.
What happened? Right, they put everything back to normal, and then before the break was over, someone came. They sent ring crew back out to push the table over again. So, because they weren't supposed to fix it or something,
We
so
gotta preserve
Yeah, it was
the
wrecked all
way
night.
things are.
so they re-broke the table.
And they brought out Byron Saxton.
Byron Saxton is the worst.
No, shut
He's
up,
not-
okay?
No.
It was supposed to be bad. It was like, oh my
It's-
god, what's just happened?
He's a
Let's-
rookie
It's hard.
commentator. He doesn't do much. You can't expect him to call a Raw and be on par with, say, Michael Cole, JBL, Booker T. We dig at them all
Okay,
the time, but they
granted-
Oh,
have
imagine-
experience.
Imagine
And
the
it's
crowd
3
pop.
of them.
Imagine the crowd pop if they sent out Joey Styles to do it.
Oh, and that's the thing.
Jim Ross.
Joey Styles can do solo commentary. That's hard to do.
Yeah. You would know.
Byron Saxton's a rookie and was out there by himself.
You do
Yeah,
it every
I-
week over video games. You would know.
Whoever made that call to have Byron do that on his own, because you could.
No, but
tell
I
he's
think the
really
point
nervous.
was for it to be like legitimate. Like, oh, we're scrambling. What do we do? Oh, we'll have to
No,
put
yeah,
Byron out
sure.
there.
But don't complain that it was bad, because, like, come on.
But I
Look
will
at the
say,
circumstances.
like, even though he isn't that good, they did send out Jerry Lawler eventually. Why not just send out Lawler in the first fucking place?
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I mean. Like,
You have him
I don't
calling things
understand the
monotonously
logic.
and flat and being like, oh, it's Neville. Oh my god, he's from NXT.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
bad.
he ruined that for me. Sorry, Byron.
yeah, no, yeah, I completely agree. He killed a perfectly good moment. People will look back at that. That will be played in the future when this guy debuted, and the call won't be, "Oh my God, by God, it's fucking Neville!" Or, "Oh my God,
To be
that's
fair,
Neville. I'm Michael
when's
Cole."
the last time someone's debuted and they've been like, by God!
Whenever
no,
Jim
I
Ross
mean,
was there.
right. Yeah, my point is, it's not a Jim Ross call or Michael Cole call or hell even a
What do you mean
JBL
a
call.
Michael Cole call? Whenever anyone returns, he's like, "Oh my!" And then Jerry
It's
Lawler's
better.
like, "Ah!"
It's better than.
What?
It's better than monotonous, quiet, dull shit.
Here's the thing. The regular commentators would have had an excuse for not giving a shit because they might not know who he is. Byron should have known who he is
Yeah.
and reacted better.
because he calls
That's-
NXT.
Yes.
Like, come on.
And it's
And
just
there was a
like-
point where Neville was going to do the red arrow, and he's like, "Oh, if you've never seen this before, get ready."
Oh, we should probably mention that
Okay.
Adrian Neville made his debut on Raw. We forgot to
As
mention
Neville.
that. As Neville.
Neville.
The wrong
Why?
name choice. I'm sorry, guys.
I
Adrian
don't
give-
is
Neville-
better than Neville. Neville
It's
is a name
Neville.
that British people use to describe wimpy twats. I'm sorry.
Is it Neville from Harry Potter, like the dweeby shitty one?
Well, he was at the start, but by the end, he was the unsung hero that we need.
My granddad is called Neville.
I'm very sorry.
See,
I am
His-
very
My
sorry.
dad's middle name is Neville.
So he's Neville Bolison.
My real name is Neville.
But you may call me
So-
Neville.
I don't
Here's the
understand.
thing about the one name policy that they do for some reason now.
Oh,
I
it
don't
sucks.
hate the name Neville. I wouldn't have hated if they called him Adrian. But his name isn't Neville. His name is Adrian Neville. There is no reason to do
Wait.
that. That's what annoys me, is that they do it for no
Am I the only
reason.
You know what,
person
they should have
who doesn't
done it
like his
where
cape?
he had a name that was only 3 syllables, because if you haven't noticed, anyone who comes up from NXT, if their name is more than 3 syllables long, it gets changed.
You need a name people can chant.
Adrian Neville. They did it all the time.
Yeah,
They did it in
What?
NXT all the
all
time.
the time.
Here's the thing as well. I hate that cape.
Why do you hate that
No,
cape?
I love the
Oh,
cape.
it's
I love the
fine.
cape. Are you
It's
crazy?
like Attack
I
on
love the
Titan shit.
pyro.
It's brilliant.
I love the pyro because obviously, like, you can't have.
I
fucking-
have the complete opposite reaction to Andy. I actually love the cape and wish they didn't replace the steam with pyro.
You can't have steam every.
Yes,
why,
you can.
Why did he have steam?
Why can't
Why
you?
can't you, Andy?
Because I don't
Because
know.
pyro,
They did it
damn
on
it.
NXT every week.
No, pyro, Carmine. You have to have pyro. Pyro.
Yeah, but there's-
Pyro, Carmine.
but why
Pyro.
did he have
Pyro.
steam for?
Pyro!
Why did he have steam?
Because it was
It
cool.
looked cool.
No, but it's,
It looked
No, but
awesome.
Carmine, hey, it's not pyro, therefore it's shit, right?
Right.
No,
right.
no. My point is, at Full Sail, that's the setup they have with that stage.
Did
They
you
don't
say
have to
Full
take that on
Sail?
the road all the time, and it's just stupid.
Pyro.
Take the steam on the road.
You know what I mean?
Careful,
Pack
that
up the
steam,
steam.
it might pop.
Don't
Someone pack
open
up the
the
steam.
box. Now the steam is everywhere. What are we going to do for Neville's entrance now? There's no more steam.
Parts of that NXT stage are exclusive to what happens at Full Sail, because that's the way that they've set it up. The Raw stage is
I
not
get-
set up that way.
You can
I
do
get
steam on
why-
Raw. It's not
I
impossible.
I get why they replaced it. I just say I would have rather they didn't. Because it is possible they could have kept it.
How about it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, more importantly. But
No, but
the cape's
pyro,
fine.
though.
The cape's fine. and his gear looked awesome.
Yeah,
And
purple
he's
never looked so
Adrian
good.
fucking Neville on Raw.
All that flippy
Adrian
shit.
Neville on Raw.
It's great.
So I'm excited.
Do like 5 flips.
Let's
get them
go
to
back
purple.
though to Brian Ziegler.
Oh god, do we have to? Do we have to talk about Zoidberg?
Yeah, because something really important happened at the end of that match.
Yeah,
Okay,
Zoidberg.
first let's talk about the match and how fucking great it was.
Oh yeah, match was
Yeah.
good. If you want to elevate the title, do that every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Wade Barrett was on commentary and attacked everyone because this is my title, bad news. And
Oh,
then,
have you actually heard the
That's a
thing
good
about...
impression. Well
Have
done.
you heard about the thing where he's not allowed to say, I'm afraid I've got some bad news, because it will get him too over?
I hate that. Why do they
He's
keep
called
doing that?
Bad News Barrett. Why?
No, he's
called
meant to be a
Barrett?
heel. You're not allowed to cheer heels anymore.
Bad
might as
news
well-
is bad. People aren't supposed to.
But his
people
name is
like
Bad
news.
News.
That's not his fault.
Yelling!
His name is Bad News.
Loud
To
noises!
make him a heel, he needs to do it really awkwardly and be like, "No, actually, I'm not going to say that joke. That's a Liam joke. Never mind. I won't go there."
What?
Then
I've
suddenly,
got some unfortunate things to tell you, people.
I'm afraid... I
Yeah,
said
like
sad.
something
I have
legitimately
news.
sad.
Your dog's
Owen Hart
died.
has-
I know where you're going. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Barrett came out and attacked everyone, and then it's a shameful thing. Lobster head.
I've got lobsters on my head.
He looked like angry Zoidberg.
Yep.
I love how the crowd chanted, "You look stupid," because he did.
Well, to be fair, I will say this. He does look like a Celtic warrior, but I never realised Celtic warriors look so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
No
He's got a
disrespect to the
braided
Irish or
beard.
anything. I'm sorry, Liam, but come on.
I'm partly
how can you
Irish.
defend
I'm
him?
here, damn it.
I kept trying to like get myself to be like, oh no, he looks intimidating. He looks cool. He looks. No, he
The
doesn't.
beard
It's
looks
fucking
fine.
stupid.
The beard is fine, but the fucking
No.
Mohican.
I think the braided beard is the worst part.
That's like a
Yeah,
Viking,
the beard's
man.
the worst. He's
Like
got
a
this.
Viking.
I can't grow a beard, so I can't really talk. But he looks like he's just got the braided pubes on his face.
Have you seen it unbraided? It looks far worse.
True, but just
Get
keep
rid
it
of it,
shaved then.
Get rid of it.
No,
What's this
but he's a
company's
Celtic
obsession with
warrior.
beards?
He has to be
He
a
should
warrior.
have come out completely bald.
That would have probably looked better.
He would have looked like fucking Voldemort.
But no, he's got red hair because he's Irish.
The mohawk is good.
Why is
No,
the
it's
That looks
not.
awful, man.
I love the mohawk. I hate the beard.
Look, it's different. It's different from bland old Sheamus.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, but now it's stupid Sheamus.
Yeah, but he's a heel, so we can just chant that he's
Different
stupid.
isn't always an improvement.
Might as well call him Shipmas.
Yeah, I expected
will
him to
say-
roll up into a ball and cut through a wall or something.
Gotta go fast, but I will say, apparently they are giving him more aesthetic changes, because when he comes out on SmackDown this week, he's gonna have like a new theme and a new Tron and shit, so hey.
A new
Good,
thing.
I
Maybe
hate
this
his
will be
theme
good.
song.
Oh
Good,
no,
I hate
no,
his theme
no!
song.
Oh god, no! We can't take the piss out of his theme song anymore.
Good. I'd rather actually he had a good
Well,
theme song than something
To
I
be
would make
fair,
fun
we
of.
don't know what the theme song is, so it could be even
True,
worse.
it could be worse.
Oh god, I hope it's just a remix, like a CF dollar sign of CFO dollar sign
Lobster
going,
head.
I can imagine it being kind of Irish punk-ish, maybe
I'd rather that.
That's not
Please.
punk.
like hardcore.
Just because you have a Mohican, it doesn't make you punk.
No, but he's
No,
punk rock now.
CM Sheamus.
Diddly 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 dee.
Diddly 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 dee, it's a shameful thing, love the head.
Did
We want a
anything
bread.
else happen on Raw, by the way?
Stephanie McMahon said that Brock can't go back to MMA because she owns that son of a bitch.
Yeah. I liked
Does
that backstage
she-
interview for one reason. Because Renee was interviewing Stephanie, and the whole time she was interviewing her, she had this like panicked look on her face, like, "Oh God, is he coming? Oh God, oh God!"
That was amazing. You know what? Why the fuck didn't they have Renee Young go out on commentary? That would have been revolutionary.
I
Because
don't
it's a
know,
woman.
because she's a woman.
That would have been great.
Can't
She's
have women in
fucking
the
amazing.
broadcast booth in this year. Someone's gonna die, Phil.
She's
Like,
done it
whatever.
on NXT, and she was fucking amazing.
No,
We
but
could
Raw-
Yeah,
say-
but we gotta say, Renee's not perfect at commentary. She's still got work to do before
I
she's
know,
Raw
but it would have
ready.
been better than Byron.
Sure, maybe.
No.
but, like,
I think either of them by themselves wouldn't have been great. Both of them together would have been totally
Yeah,
fine.
together.
there you go.
You need someone
Together,
to bounce
that's
off
my
of Renee.
point.
That's the thing. Renee's good, but she can't do a solo thing by herself.
No, I know. I
absolutely
I meant together because
Well, yeah, together
know.
they would have been totally fine.
it would
That's
be
what
great.
the Raw
But
team should be, for God's sake.
Unfortunately,
be
then
awesome.
the rest of the show was basically Randy Orton trying to find tag team partners. Ryback offered, and then Reigns turned out to be the other guy.
That was so flaccid.
What was that Team Triple
Am
R?
I the only one?
What was that?
Am I the only one that thought Reigns showing up and not saying a word at the very end was the worst?
Reigns needed to address what happened.
Yeah.
He didn't say a word all night, and then
So,
he just showed up for the
now
main event and won.
Now you're complaining that he doesn't talk, when for the longest time that's what we've wanted. We can't
I
win.
never complained when he did. talk.
I've never
You are,
complained
you
about
are
his
a
talking.
fucking fanboy, and I can't take this conversation anymore. It's over. He sucks. He's not facing Seth at Extreme Rules.
That's another thing. They have booked Extreme Rules, so it is Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
Fine. Reigns will
This
get a
Roman
match.
Reigns experiment is over. Thank fuck for that.
You're insane.
Oh my god, I love this conversation.
Do you know what
Well,
I
the
want him to
Ninja-
do? I want him
Go
to embrace the hate and just walk down the ring, but like push people over as he gets there.
He did
like,
at
He
WrestleMania.
just at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and
just
shoved
play
the guy.
into that. Have him get really angry at fans all the time. Just be like, just a normal reaction that a human would have if people were shitting on him. Just let him be like that. Just with a chip on his shoulder.
bro. I warned you about the
I remember
stairs.
that now. I remember when he shoved him now. It was fucking amazing. He was just like, oh,
It
I'm
was
fat.
like the
Get
first
the
thing
fuck
you
out my
saw
way.
when he was on camera.
Yeah, he was like, get the fuck out of here. Believe
And he
that.
had like 7 security guys with him, and he still got through.
Oh my god, oh my god. Well, you need to... Right, this Raw wasn't all bad. Because Kalisto is the new Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah, the
Yes.
Lucha Dragons were called up in a weird, like, what was it? 8-man tag
8-man
match?
tag.
Why the fuck couldn't it have just
Kalisto.
been a tag match?
Against like the
Kalisto, though.
Matadors.
Yeah, Kalisto's
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
So
we all know this. It's great.
So good.
Welcome to NXT.
He's not a gay hairdresser, guys.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Jesus.
What the fuck else happened?
I don't
So-
think much else did happen.
Can I talk about Sting? Because
Yeah.
you guys didn't watch
Yeah,
that.
I saw this
What
too.
actually
Oh, you
happened
did
with
see
this?
it.
Bo Dallas came out?
Basically, it was a network exclusive after Raw. For some reason, like, tune in on the network to see what Sting has to say.
Right.
So Sting came down to talk to Renee, and she's basically like, what does your future hold here in WWE? And Sting's like, I have no idea. And then it was kind of depressing, like, I don't know, maybe WWE will give me something. If they do, I'll grab it. But it was
Maybe
kind of
Creative
depressing,
will have
so
something for me, hopefully.
yeah, it was that sad, really.
Now,
And then Bo Dallas comes down and is like, all you have to do is believe. And then he gave him a Scorpion Death
Now,
Drop.
here's a problem I have with this, judging by that segment. We all know that Undertaker was backstage at Raw. Why couldn't they have had him come out and do the thing where they build the match for the year against those two?
That would have been absolutely amazing.
They were both there. They travelled home together, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
but
Like,
maybe
come on.
that match is not penciled in yet.
But why? You can
but
do
this-
it. If anything, now
this-
is the right time to do it.
Yeah, it was the perfect time and the perfect opportunity to do something like that and be like, I challenge you to next year's WrestleMania.
It's-
And he said, that would have been the perfect time to do it, because if he's gone, I don't know what my future holds, bong! Oh my god, that would have been great. And they should have done that on Raw instead of, like, they should have filled up that third hour with something like that, but whatever.
Perhaps.
I
but
don't quite, like... Sting went out there and did that. So that means he's not done.
He just
So
doesn't
what
know
was
what
that
he's
all
doing.
about?
I
Like,
think it was just a way for people to, like, I don't know, draw numbers into the network. Like, oh, Sting's here. What's he gonna do? Fuck if we know. He's there.
yeah, but if you do that 3 times and it's all shit, then people are going to learn that that's just not something that you need to tune in for.
Exactly.
That's kind of,
I didn't tune in for it.
Well, either way, they could have done that, but hey, WWE is not
But I'm
perfect.
worried. What if that's the last thing Sting does?
It's not going to be the last thing. There's no way that he's going to come here and do all that build and all that shit, and then he's just going to go. Like, it would not have been worth the trouble. It wouldn't have been
You
worth
know
the
what we
trouble.
didn't... You know, well, or would we really be surprised if they did something that wasn't worth the trouble?
What, Andy?
This is WWE.
So?
That's what I'm saying.
So?
This...
You
that
can't just
might
blame
be-
the WWE on this. Like, there's no evidence that he's not going to do anything.
No, yeah, true. We're jumping to conclusions, but it's just like, you know, keep it. It's an option.
Yeah,
I always
I'm
thought
choosing
he
not
would
to
be-
pessimistic.
Yeah,
Even
I
though
don't give a shit, honestly.
everything's kind of changed now, but I always thought, like, a perfect opponent for him would have been Seth Rollins, because he had the feud
Sting?
with The Authority, and Seth Rollins is the Authority guy. I always thought if it wasn't going to be Triple H, it should have been Seth Rollins.
But should Sting really be getting title matches at 55 years old?
No, that's what I'm saying. Not now, because everything's
I'm not
changed.
saying he's going to
but
win, obviously. He would obviously give Seth
Oh,
Rollins
you're saying
a
it
rub,
should have been
but-
Seth versus Sting instead of Seth versus Orton?
I don't know. I think Sting's beef was definitely more with just the Authority as opposed to Rollins. Rollins is just like a pawn to him. Triple H is like the source of evil. In storyline terms, of
You know
course.
what we forgot? You know what we forgot to talk about as far as Raw goes?
What?
There was an open challenge for the
Oh,
United
yeah.
States Championship.
You want to get on your soapbox and complain about this, don't you?
No, I figured you guys did.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sick of complaining. I'm so sick of complaining about this shit.
That's the first.
I
Yeah, John Cena issued an open challenge, and then who came out but Dean Ambrose, and he lost. Whoops.
yeah.
I'm tired of this.
Sometimes doing this show annoys me because I watch a show, maybe my attention's not fully focused on it. I kind of enjoy it, it's fun. And then when we talk, I realise how badly booked things are sometimes.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because they're badly booked. Like, sure, ignorance is bliss, but we have to talk about it. We can't just skip over it and be like, this is why everything is awesome when you're part of a team.
But this is what's going to happen though, because John Cena is going to elevate the title by holding the title and
Am I the only
winning.
person who thought that this was a really good match?
It was a good match.
Dean Ambrose looked like, no, he could be turning. Like, he looked really annoyed when he lost, and I mean...
He needs to do something. He needs to win
Is
something.
it just me, or is Dean Ambrose getting kind of sloppy in the ring?
No.
He's not really wrestling. He's just giving sloppy
He's-
punches.
It's kind of what he's
What?
been doing for ages though. He's just like a brawler.
He's not doing anything new.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but I think
Not in the
that's
sense
what
that-
he's doing to stand out, is that I'm going to be the brawler.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Brawling's not bad wrestling. It's just brawling.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think he just needs to do something.
I will
better
say
in
there
ring.
was that one spot where they were supposed to do a sunset flip powerbomb and Cena just didn't move.
Great.
So he just kind of sat there, and Dean went over, and he's like, So they had to, like, scramble and do another powerbomb spot. But
So
it's just like,
now that we're
Dean
all
needs to win
miserable,
something.
I think maybe that's time we called it quits.
Well, I think there was more, wasn't there?
No,
There was the
I don't
Divas.
know. What happened? What the fuck happened?
Diva. They didn't bring. I expected like Charlotte or someone to turn up. But
Yeah,
Right.
but you can't have too many debuts from NXT in one evening. Like, you already had 3.
True. But the Let's Go Divas chants are different.
Oh, those.
Oh,
Oh,
we
God,
won.
I
you
remember
suck,
now.
Brian.
Those
You suck,
Oh,
chants.
fuck
Cena.
this crowd.
Those chants were ridiculous, and they have the audacity.
Yeah, that's
to
what we
chant,
want-
"We
that's
are
what I was gonna-
awesome" later. Just like, fuck off, you.
That's what I was going to bring
Bags.
up. They turned the sound down during these chants, and then they didn't turn it back up, so everything was just dull sounding when the crowd were actually going mental.
Yeah,
That's a
the
problem.
The crowd are a hindrance, but they are good at the same time. How loud they are. This crowd, when they was chanting like "You suck, Brian," that is not really an insult, really. Because
Well, it
if
kind of
you're
is.
in a relationship and you don't want to
Oh,
do
it's-
anything like that with your partner, you're a selfish person.
Oh, here we go.
So,
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it, but they are
It's just
separate
childish
people
chants.
outside of a relationship. Like, come on.
and here's 14,000 virgins who are saying it. Like, what? Oh, come on. Fucking mouth breathers. I mean, stop.
The chants
The
to
crowd
me,
went-
the chants to me is just a sign that they're not into those matches.
Right. There were points where they did get into it, and the chants changed from, you give Daniel Bryan fellatio to fucking Let's Go Divas.
And this is the problem. Like, they were just chanting for the sake of chanting, and it's not good. You don't chant just because you want your fucking voice on TV.
Well, and it's because they want something. They know WWE can do better. In a way, it's almost like saying, "Yeah, we want the Divas to have a chance, but you're not letting them have a chance, so we're just going to shit on them."
that's not.
But that's
If
not how
Charlotte
that
came
works.
out there and faced,
But
if
they-
Charlotte faced Sasha Banks, then they wouldn't have been saying "you suck, fucking Bram." Like,
But the problem.
I want to hear that now at Full Sail. That's fucking magic.
You suck, Bram. You suck, Bram. The problem is, like, when the crowd were chanting, "We are awesome," go fuck yourself.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. When Orton looked up and he just was like, "Pfft, whatever. That was my reaction. I'm
Yeah,
like, you're not
really.
awesome.
It's like, you're not doing anything that hasn't been seen for the past 4 years. Give yourselves a fucking
Yeah.
break.
No,
Yeah,
you're
I-
booing Reigns. You're
Wow,
national heroes.
you're revolutionary chanting, "We are awesome."
You're not awesome. This
the
is the thing.
IWC is now going to turn on itself.
I'm sorry, but like the crowd were awesome at some instances. But even if you shit on the divas, WWE are not going to go, "Oh, we must improve." They're going to be like, "Well, fuck it. None of these people are going to be on TV
Yeah,
anymore."
that's the main
That's the
problem.
way
You
they
have
look
to
at it.
care about the divas before the divas can change. We've said this many, many times.
Don't say that they suck cock just because you're all neckbeards and you haven't seen a
Even if
vagina
they
in your
do,
entire
that's
life.
beside the point.
Whatever. It's yeah, but it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's sexist.
Yeah,
And it's like incredibly immature.
yeah.
Fuck off.
But hey,
And I
you
know that's
what?
ironic coming from a guy that talks about having a streak, but fuck off.
Well, they are wrestling fans. What do you expect?
It just annoys me when like we are awesome. I'm like no.
Yeah, that chant really bothers you.
Fuck 'em.
It bothers
They're
me,
not
but
awesome.
like, come on.
Well, it bothered. It was bad this time because this crowd wasn't awesome.
Yeah,
they were just
that's
full of
the thing.
themselves. There have been times where crowds have been through and through awesome and fine if you want to chant that.
Yeah,
go
but you
ahead.
see what the problem is now. The post-Mania Raw is known for where you go and have fun. And people who
Have
watched
some
that
fun,
last
damn it.
time, they see that and they go, "Oh, I want to go to Raw and have fun and chant silly things." So now that's the thing that happens every
And
post-Mania.
the other problem with this Raw is it's like WWE actually try at with these Raws straight after Mania.
Yeah.
But this one felt like the least effort
Yeah,
out of
that's
most
my problem.
post WrestleMania
Like, this
I
one
think-
I
just
almost
felt
felt like they
inconsequential.
didn't want the fans to react.
Because like every post Mania Raw has had some big surprise at the end.
Yeah.
Or at least a surprise. They're not always great. One of them was Ryback turning heel. But this one had nothing. It was just a 6-man tag, same old shit.
It's almost as if they were kind of relying on the crowd to go mental and say dumb things. But then when they do go mental and say dumb things, you mute them anyway, and then Randy Orton just looks at them like they're the scum of the earth.
No, because they're the
I
wrong
don't-
stupid things to say.
Yeah, I just fucking
Do you think the Raw rating holds up next week?
no.
No.
It never does. It never
Jesus.
You
does.
see, like, what...
And that's sad
They
because
built-
Rollins
they
is a
built all this
must-see champ at
buzz.
this point.
They built all this buzz based on certain things, and then they don't address them. They don't answer the questions that people are tuning in to find out the answers.
Yeah, that's another problem.
I wanted some sort of thing with Wyatt and Undertaker, and there was nothing.
Yep. Then again, he did injure himself, so Wyatt obviously had to be kept off TV.
The thing that
How
annoys,
hurt could he have been that he couldn't have walked to the
We
ring?
don't know.
the thing that annoys me as well is that the crowd were, you know, okay at times and just shit at others. The problem is that Raw itself after WrestleMania, that's always going to be a huge rating. It doesn't matter who's on it. That's kind of the problem, is that next week the rating's going to be back to where the fuck it was, and it's going to be the same old shit. You kind of got a taste of that in the third hour of this one. So it's like, if they actually put the effort in, and if they actually made people care, especially because this thing is 3 hours, maybe you would have a decent rating. Or get rid of that third fucking hour, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Raw has been in decline ever since they made it 3 hours. Like, that's the fucking problem. Nothing else. It's like, come
I
on.
don't know why they can't just be a little bit creative. They have 3 hours. So, for an hour interspersed throughout the show, do a documentary style thing following a superstar. Or, for the first hour, have it a fucking pre-show, but just have it as part of the show. Or, why don't you, like, there's all sorts of things they can do to make the 3 hours, you know, go by faster than just 3 hours of, match.
Here's a revolutionary idea. Maybe put NXT in the first hour,
Oh,
and then have the last 2 hours be
Yeah, you
Raw.
could do that. There's
That
all sorts of
way,
things they could
NXT
do.
gets more exposure. You can kind of maybe, I don't know, intertwine storylines.
They should have had the Lesnar beating the living fuck out of everyone at the end.
yeah, that Rollins thing should have been the main event.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
Lesnar
understand-
should have been pounding all the way through backstage. Every segment, there's a new thing of him trashing something else.
That would have been beautiful. And the problem is, after Brock did that, the whole fucking thing was like, well, it just went flat.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They should have done that at the end. And
And another problem
Should've
Then
that...
they put Sting on the network. They could have just built up to Sting at the end of the show.
Yeah. Then again, I don't
Yeah.
really want Sting to close out Raw being like, I don't know why I'm here.
bong.
Well, to be fair,
But
that
when that
could have
wasn't-
closed out, but that didn't happen. So Sting going, I don't know why I'm here. Bye. End
I'll
of Raw.
leave.
It's like, whatever, man. But another problem I did have was that the debuts seemed flat.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, well,
No,
I
no.
feel
I mean, what? They have a match
They
with
need to make,
someone,
like-
and they have
Yeah,
a promo
exactly.
on YouTube after. Have a promo in the ring, maybe.
I mean, are the fans supposed to believe that these are debuts? Cause
Yeah, for all intents and
People have
purposes,
been here
these
before
Fans,
and-
These fans of Raw, maybe they're not the same fans of NXT. They're not going to know who these people are, so just expecting people to cheer for them when we know nothing about them. It's like,
I disagree
come on.
entirely. I think Kalisto doing the flips that he did, Neville doing the flips that he did. Who was the other debut?
Well, it was just Sin Cara teaming with
Well,
Kalisto.
yeah, flippy shit is cool, but I want more than flips. I want people to care about the people.
Flippy shit gets over.
I guess.
But then they
you
should have
can't- you
spoke
can't bank
after the
on flippy
match and
shit.
been like, they should have been like, I'm Callisto, I came from Mexico, I like to do this because I do this.
I
and
do
this is who
hairdressing
am."
on the side.
No. Have you heard Adrian Neville speak?
Yeah.
God,
Of course I
no.
fucking heard him. He's not
Well,
terrible.
with him, they gave him a video. They
Pretty
did give
good on
him
the
a
mic.
video package. They gave him a video package.
Yeah.
At the start,
Okay.
but
Well, I feel like this super episode's gone on.
Oh yeah, we've been here for nearly 2 hours, so we might as well wrap up now that we're done complaining about everything.
it was all good, and I had fun.
WrestleMania
Yeah,
was
this
alright.
is-
Point is, WrestleMania was alright.
Yeah, Raw was, not the greatest.
Follow-up wasn't
but
great, but you know.
Hopefully, they know what they're doing now with these new directions
Oh.
that we have.
I've decided that from the time being, the only Raw I'm actually going to watch is the post-Mania Raw, and everything else is just going to be the little YouTube clips.
Yeah,
Which just keep you
Yeah.
updated.
that's
I
I'm
mean-
the
not
way to
watching
do
that
it.
shit.
The best case scenario this time next year is Sting's against The Undertaker, Rock and maybe Rousey against Stephen Hunter, maybe.
That's
Or with the
I want
women
the
in the
sh-
corner.
The Shield all face each other.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Brian versus, like, someone like
Lesnar.
NXT guy or something.
Or
No,
Lesnar.
Brian Lesnar.
Brian
Perfect.
Lesnar, like I've said, that would be fine.
Or
That match builds
If-
itself, for Christ's sake.
what happens if Brian and Cena are still champions going into next year's WrestleMania?
I doubt
They
it.
no.
You never know.
Maybe Brian, not Cena.
Unification match, maybe.
Maybe.
Why?
Hang on though, who's Brock's next opponent?
It's gonna be Seth.
No, but next year.
We don't know.
It's a year from now.
Because they always wanted it to be Rock and Brock, but that doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah, but you never know if that shit's actually gonna happen.
And
They
that's
do that
why
fantasy shit all the time.
that's why you should read the raw results on our fucking website. What is it called?
Suplah.com.
The help us.
That took too long.
I thought Andy was gonna say it. Suplah.com.
Suplah.com. You can read
I
articles.
do the results now.
Yeah, and
They're funny.
he does an
Except
okay
Brandon,
job.
Brandon did it
Oh,
last
do
time.
you start the results by going, hello wrestling fans? And
I
here
should
are the
do.
results.
I don't.
Or, failing that, you can also tune into the Suplah Reviews every Saturday, where me, Carmine, and my good friend Ellie talk about the week in WWE programming.
Yeah, it's great.
We don't complain as much as this, but hey,
Well,
we do about half as much. So,
Right, I'm going to make a note. Next show, find one positive for each point.
and that's
No,
our
I feel like
that's our new Wrestle Year revolution, because WrestleMania is essentially our
I-
New Year's.
I feel like we've been way too negative on this.
Hey, I
On
liked
Raw.
WrestleMania.
We were negative on Raw.
I mean, Raw was shit after Lesnar did what he did.
Yeah.
Like, compared to
WrestleMania-
the whole of the year, this week has been amazing.
Oh yeah, and WrestleMania was good. I don't know why we were shitting on it so much.
We didn't.
I feel like we did.
We shit on certain parts.
Well, anyway, now that we're done with that, might as well do the outros.
Andy?
I was quickly drinking tea because my voice is out.
Who have we been?
Complaining for 2 hours.
Fucking
So,
William Regal over here.
yeah, this has been WrestleMania weekend and the Suplah. So
That was great.
I have been Andy. I'm losing my voice. I have been Andy.
I have been Carmine Antonelli.
I have been Mr. Domino.
Right.
I have been Keelan.
And we will see you next week on Suplah Bite Size. You can take a stick, but you know.
No, shut up, we'll get copyrighted!
You're
singing so
Oh yeah, of course, I got the voice. Right, we'll see you next time.
Previously on the show that nobody watches, Sam Brooks randomly received a creepy box containing multiple DVDs. Sam obviously had nothing better to do than watch them one by one to find out how he got them. After enduring an episode of Baywatch with Hulk Hogan, Sam discovered Bruiser Brody and examined the controversy behind his death. But before he could be assaulted by Hulk Hogan once again, a cryptic message scared him into calling a mystery assist. What lies in store for Sam? Entertainment, knowledge, despair? Find out the answers to these questions and more on the new exciting episode of the Suplah Editorial.